Tonight, Stoner's Pizza Gridiron Game of the Week is brought to you by Stoner's Pizza, U Parkham Musellum, Texas Border Grill, Kudzu Seafood, Cherokee Brick and Tile, Bill Harden Music, Pawn Max Incorporated, Apparel Authority, the Macon Touchdown Club, BT Media Productions, and Middle Georgia State University. Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome in to the friendly confines of Jack Baines Field, located on the campus of Tattnall Square Academy here in North Bibb County, as we get ready for installation number 2 of the 5-mile rivalry. And tonight, it's Coach Greg Moore and the FPD Vikings as they come a-calling across town, right across the street almost, really, to Chance Jones and the Tattnall Square Academy Trojans. It's going to be a big night. We'll get ready for kickoff with a little pregame and get you caught up on this one right after these messages. You are listening to the Stoner's Pizza Gridiron Game of the Week on DSBN Sports. We will be back.
Oh my, what a pizza pie! Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Stoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You'll immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily, use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Stoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh every day. Combine all that on the crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie! Stoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
And welcome back into Jack Baines Field. It's another Football Friday night. We've got this game for you here tonight. Just a few others that we'll keep an eye on for you tonight. Northside at 6-2 travels to Coffee County, who is 4-2. Northside 1-1 in the region. Coffee is 1-0. Jones County takes their undefeated record on the line to Ola up in McDonough tonight. Then Howard is 5-2 and 1-1 in the region. They go to Upson Lee, who's 4-3, and they are 1-1 in the region. That'll be a big region battle in 4A. West Lawrence hosts Mary Persons. West Lawrence is 4-3 overall, but they are 2-0 in the region. Mary Persons is 5-2 overall. They are 2-0 in the region. That will be for the region lead. Around locally, Waco is at Southwest. Mount DeSales is at Twiggs County. Stratford undefeated on the line. They go to Wilkinson County. And Pike County is here in town tonight against Coach Risper and the Westside Seminoles. But tonight, first order of business, let's talk about the FPD Vikings. They come in 5-2, 2-1. You saw them here last week against their crosstown rival. Another one of the 5-mile rivalry. They played at Stratford. Stratford was undefeated. They went on to defeat these Vikings by a score of 28-7. It was 14-7 at the half. Now, the Vikings come in, and they are led by Dalton Cox, their quarterback. On the year, he is 111 out of 195 attempts, 1,670 yards through the air, and 18 touchdowns. And who does he throw it to? Well, he throws it to Titus Moore, his favorite receiver. 41 catches on the year, 836 yards, 10 touchdowns. He is averaging 20.4 per reception. He is a dangerous weapon, and they'll go to him often. The other one on the other side you can't miss is number 2, Maurice Gordon. He has 23 receptions for 397 yards and 6 touchdowns. Both of these receivers and their quarterback can hurt you. Rushing the football, well, they'll go with number 36, Joshua Raines. Joshua comes in 73 carries, 408 yards, 5 touchdowns. He's right at 6 yards a carry. Griffin Brown will be the fullback along with Robert Johnson. He'll do a little rushing too. Robert Johnson a little over 225 yards on the ground this year. He's averaging about 7 yards a carry. Griffin Brown, the sophomore fullback, he'll go 27 times, make it about 30 for 161 on the year. As far as their other receivers go, look for these two in the slot. A tight end, number 18, Blaine Kaiser, and he'll be spelled on occasion in a slot position by number 3, Harrison Alls. On defense, they're led by Ryan Jones and Jacoby Singletary. For the visiting, for the homestanding Trojans, well, it's an undefeated season so far for Chance Jones. They went 10-0 last year. He's 7-0 right now and 3-0 in the region. He'll be led at quarterback number 18. Miles Morris will lead him. But for the Trojans, out of that wing formation, it's all about Destin Mack. And you'll see his number a lot tonight, number 4. 866 yards on the ground so far this year, 19 touchdowns. He has 123.7 yards per game average. Actually, is 21 touchdowns. Let's check your captains here real quick. First of all, for the Tattnall Square Academy Trojans, and let me grab my sheet here real quick so we'll know. Destin Mack will be one of them. Number 27 will be your other captain on the night. Number 52 and number 65. And for some reason, we've misplaced our Tattnall roster, so we'll get it here in just a minute and get those for you. On the other side, it's number 71 for FPD, and that's John Lester. Number 6, their quarterback, Dalton Cox. And number 18 is going to be Blaine Kaiser. And the other one, I believe, it's going to be their fullback, and that is going to be Griffin Brown, I believe is the captain, and we'll get that clarified for you here in just a minute. But 2 different styles of offense for the most part. FP does run the football fairly well when they have to, but they prefer to keep it in the air most of the night. They will throw it. We saw it last week against Stratford. If they can get Josh Raines warmed up and get him loose, they will let him carry the football and try to make it a ground game and then hit you with a big pass. FPD has won the toss, and they deferred to the second half. And let's see who that other, I think that was actually number 33, Ryan Jones is the other captain for them. So FPD will kick it off. Tattnall will get to receive the ball. We'll get ready for kickoff here at Jack Baines Field in just a moment. You're listening to the Stoner's Pizza Gridiron Game of the Week on DSBN Sports. We'll be back after this timeout to get it kicked off. Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma of what to do with your current car. Well, that's where You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, 3306 Vineville Avenue. And welcome back to Tattnall Square Academy. The Vikings are on the field, and here come the Trojans. As we said, FPD comes in 5-2, 2-1. There are only 2 losses. Games we actually did this year against Brookstone. Brookstone scored with 33 seconds to go in that game to win it 34-27. Tight ball game for 3 quarters last weekend with against Stratford 14-7 at the half, and then Stratford pulled away 28-7 in that game to win that. Tattnall, they're 7-0. They've come in tonight. They've scored 265 points on the year. They've only given up 94. FPD almost mirrors them. They've scored 233. They've given up 141 points. So not a lot of difference in these 2 teams. You take the 2 losses for FPD, and basically your point differential that separates these 2 football teams here tonight. So back deep for the Trojans will go number 2. That's Jamal Marshall and Destin Mack. Wes Allen will be the up back, one of them. On the offensive side, they'll line up like this. Number 18, Miles Morris. Destin Mack will be on one wing. B.J. Spears on the other. They'll probably go with Wes Allen at full to start it. Wideouts will be Bryce Pruitt, Brock Baggerly. You'll see Garrett Earls in there as well, too. Across the front, they'll go Pate Smith, William Stubbs, Chandler Whittington, Peyton Brady, Tyler Bennett. And so we get ready. Andre Parrish is underway, and he'll kick it from the 40, and we are underway on a short kick. Go to the up back, and he's going to put it on the ground right along the 36-yard line. Did FPD get the turnover? Let's check it and see. Did a little pooch kick to start the game. It was perfectly executed by Andre Parrish, and I believe the Trojans have come up with it, and they do. And the man that was right there on the ball was number 4, Destin Mack. So the Trojans fumble the opening kickoff, but right away they get the recovery, and with that, they will have excellent field position. Miles Morris will jog in after talking to Coach Chance Jones. This Viking defense hung pretty tough last week with Stratford with that pounding ground game. They'll have to do it again tonight here against the Trojans. They'll go Max Spears, Wes Allen at full. Take and give it to the fullback up front, and he'll get a little room, get across from the 35 to about the 41. We'll give him 6 on the play, and that was Wes Allen. They'll send Bryce Pruitt to this near side. And they will go Jamal Marshall at the wing instead of B.J. Spears. Now they'll break the wing out, and they'll go wide out to this side in the slot, send Destin back, and they'll give him on a little counter tray. FPD's going to be there, and they're going to be there in a hurry, and he's going to lose a yard. And one of the first ones there for the Vikings was number 71, John Lester. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5. Got to get right to that 45 to pick up a new set of downs. Wes Allen will check out of the game. Pruitt will be wide to this side. Marshall will be one wing. And we'll check and see who they got at full this time. And at this time, they're going to go with a number 11. Jonathan Charbush, and he's going to get the call, and he's going to get slung down immediately on the play. And that is going to be a big stop. And let's check and see who made the tackle over there for the Vikings. And defensively, I think that may have been Seth Wilson on that play. So it'll bring up 4th down. Titus Moore and Robert Johnson will drop deep for the Vikings. They'll stand along their own 27-yard line. It's a low kick, not much pressure. They'll kick it away. High kick, going to be a little short, bounce on the 36. Going to take a Trojans roll and go into the 28, and that's where the Vikings will set up shop. 1st down and 10 for their first possession of the night. As we said, the man to be looking for here tonight will be Dalton Cox. He is coming in with 111 completions on 195 attempts, 1,670 yards, and 18 touchdowns. Yes, sir, and he's going to throw it to Titus Moore and Maurice Gordon, number 1 and number 2. Gordon will come to this near side, Titus to the other. The slot will be the tight end, Blaine Kaiser, and he'll split him out. They'll stay in an aisle with Brown and Joshua Raines. Dalton Cox is going to go to Joshua Raines. He's going to step outside, going to break one tackle. He's going to get to the 30, and that's as far as he's going to go before they lowered the boom on him, and that was Trey Daniels was one of them that hit him, and the other one was Jamal Marshall. Harry Alls will check in this time. Griffin Brown will check out. This time they'll split Alds in the slot to this side with Maurice Gordon. And they're going to send Robert Johnson this time out to the split to the far side. They'll go trips to that right side or the strong side. Dalton Cox got time, got plenty of time. Over the middle, got his man and knocked away after a big hit across the middle. He went to Maurice Gordon, and number 12 got in and knocked him down, and that was, they got in there and got him. So it brings up at 3rd down and 8. Ball rests nose into the 30. Maurice Gordon will go to the far side along with Blaine Kaiser. They'll go trips to that side with Titus Moore. Joshua Raines will be your lone setback. Throw in the flat, they got Titus Moore. Got a blocker, got away from 1. Got away from 2. He won't get away from the 3rd. He'll pick up 1 yard, maybe 2. And the Trojans are swarming down right there. And Destin Mack was one of them in there, along with number 2, Jamal Marshall. So that's going to bring up a 4th down. And they're going to mark his forward progress. Let's see. They're going to give him to the 32. Got to get to the 38. 4th down and 6. Destin Mack will stand up for a short punt, maybe along his own 40. Low snap, got it away. Dalton Cox going to angle it to that sideline. Destin Mack's going to look at it, bounce on the 35, roll into the 30, and just along the 30-yard line, and that's where the Trojans will take over for their second possession of the night. Glad to have you with us on another Football Friday night. It's the Stoner's Pizza Gridiron Game of the Week. So the Trojans will have their second possession of the night. They went 3 and out the last time. Josh Pruitt will go to this far side. He'll take, and they'll leave it with the fullback, Wes Allen. Did he get outside? No, they went inside to Destin Mack that time. That was Jamal Marshall they went in with. Marshall, B.J. Spears started the last few weeks over on that wing on that far side. So a good ball faking that time by Miles Morris. And that's why against this wing T, FPD found out last week against Stratford, it is assignment football. And they stayed at home, and it was makes it 2nd down, a 1st and 10 after a 10-yard pickup. Destin Mack sticks his head in there, gets to the 44-yard line, maybe the 45 before he's knocked down, and one of them, Packer. Second and 6 after a pickup of 4, almost 5 on the play. But a little short of it. We're going to call it 2nd and 6. Got to get to the 49 of the Vikings to pick up a new set of downs. Mack, Allen, and Marshall. Brock Baggerly will be the tight end. They'll go to Destin Mack. Tries to get on the corner. Got a little room to run. Did he pick up a 1st down? He may have. Let's see where he stepped out. And they're going to call him short right at the 50-yard line, and it's going to be the nose end of the ball on the 50-yard line before they run him out, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and a yard. Ran that little sweep, or that little jet sweep out of the triple option over out of the wing formation to that weak side of the field or the short side, and still picked up good blocking. And the thing that makes that so good is you get the guard that pulls, you get the tackle that pulls, and you get the wing that pulls, fullback that pulls with the wing. Step inside to Marshall. He'll have his 1st down and more as he'll get into Vikings territory and fall forward to the 45-yard line. Will they give it to him? Yes, they will. 45. 1st down and 10. 6:31 to go in a scoreless first period. Glad to have you with us tonight. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, facebook.com, DSBN Sports. We are streaming live on Facebook. We are streaming live on our YouTube channel. We are streaming live at Kudzu Seafood, Texas Border Grill, and Stoner's Pizza, Forsyth Road in Macon, and Highway 96 in Warner Robins. Take and going to fake to Wes Allen, and this time they're going to go to Destin Mack. He got around a man on the corner with a block out there, and he's going to pick up from the 45, and he's going to get to the 39-yard line. And that's a 6-yard pickup, and we'll call it 2nd and 4 along the Vikings 39. Second possession of the night in a scoreless ball game. As we said, we have some other games we're going to keep an eye on. Northside at Coffee, Jones at Ola, Howard at Upson Lee, Mount DeSales at Twiggs, Stratford at Wilkins County, Pike County is at the Ed DePore taking on the Seminoles of Westside. They'll go to West Allen, and there's not much room for one running that time as number 21 got in the backfield, and that was Rob Cunningham for the Vikings. And he is out of that star position, kind of a rover back.
Number 21, Rob Cunningham on the stop for the Vikings. Third down 5 now for Tattnall.
3rd and 5 for the Trojans. And they'll put it on the ground, and the quarterback, and he picks up about a yard, and it's going to bring up a 4th down and 4 play now.
That's going to bring up 4th down now. 4th down and 4 for the Trojans.
Coffee up on north side by a score of 7-0. That's in the first period of play. 4th down and 4, big play early in this game. Miles Morris is going to look back to his coach, and he's going to get a timeout. They're going to talk about it, and we will too when we come back. You're listening to the Stoner's Pizza Gridiron Game of the Week on DSPN. We will be back. It's football time in Middle Georgia, and that means it's time for the Macon Touchdown Club. Join us this year as we kick off our 72nd year at the Methodist Children's Home at 304 Pierce Avenue each and every Monday night. Come join us for a night filled of football fun and fellowship. We kick it off September the 11th. The Macon Touchdown Club, honoring student athletes since 1946. To find out more, log on to MaconTouchdownClub.com. And welcome back to Jack Baines Field here on the campus of Tattnall Square Academy. Russell Deese and the gang's all here, and we're glad to have you with us. So on a 4th down play at the Vikings 39-yard line, they're going to opt to punt it here with Tattnall. And then the Vikings will send Robert Johnson back along the 10. High, long spiral, going to hit on the 11 or 12. And that's where it'll be downed immediately by number 3, I think that may have been number 8 over there. Was that Bryce Beasley? No, number 9. I'm sorry. Jalen Reynolds. So FPD will be pinned deep inside the 11-yard line right along the 10 is where they'll mark it. And that's where Dalton Cox will start second possession of the night with 4:30 to go in this first period of play. We kicked it off at 7:31. We're 13 minutes in, and we've only got 4 minutes to go in the first. Might see that clock run a little bit tonight. Cox in a shotgun, single setback will be Josh Raines. Send Raines out. They're going to throw it to Gordon underneath. And did he complete it or drop it? I'm not for sure, and it's incomplete. He couldn't hang on to it on a little slant pattern. He was lined up wide to this side and just came back in on looking for a little underneath screen. And 2 Trojans were right there to meet him, and he was lucky that one could have gotten picked off. So Titus Moore will split out to the far side. They'll go Harrison Alls in the slot. Gordon will come to this near side. Josh Raines will be your lone setback. They'll go Blaine Kaiser to that side too. They'll go to Josh Raines. He'll step in. He'll get about 3 out to the 14-yard line, and that's about as far as he'll get before number 52 for the Trojans. McKinley Anderson was one of the 2 that grabbed him. They'll mark it back along about the 13.5. And it's got to get it to the 20. We're going to call it a full 7 to go. Gordon and Alds to this side. Kaiser and Titus Moore to the other. Josh Raines make that Robert Johnson the lone setback, I believe. Take and going to look. Cox is going to throw it in the flat, and he's got Titus Moore out there for a first down. And that was Robert Johnson in the backfield. So the Vikings get a new set of downs and get a little breathing room out to the 22-yard line. Ball along the 22. Moore will be at the top of your screen. Alls and Kaiser, and they'll go one single setback. Look, going to throw it to Maurice Gordon, and it hit him right in the hands on the 34-yard line. He couldn't hang on. Dalton Cox threw it where nobody else could get to it. He had some coverage back there that time by Peyton Boone and number 52, McKinley Anderson, but still, there's a receiver, ran a great route, got open, and Cox put it on the money, and Maurice Gordon couldn't hang on to it. So they're going to bring in the slot to this near side, Kaiser, and this time they'll have Joshua Raines as the wide out, and they'll go Titus Moore. They're going to flip it to him in the backfield. Trojan's going to miss him in the backfield, and the big man's going to run. 50, 45, 40, 30. Bye-bye. He is gone, gone, gone. 79-yard touchdown run on the pass play. Threw it right along the line of scrimmage to Titus Moore. He got a block on the outside and a seal on the inside, and when he did, he was gone. So, at the 3:20 mark of the first, the extra point comes from Parrish. Snap, touch, kick is up, and kick is good. Timeout on the field. FPD leads it 7-0. We'll be back.
Before you put your company logo or event name on the streets, off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's. Shirts, hats, cups, pens, patches, we put your logo on almost anything. Our team provides quality craftsmanship and custom embroidery, and our screen printing will turn your design into wearable works of art. Call or stop by in person for a quote. Apparel Authority, now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's.
Welcome back to Jack's Mains Field. We went back and looked at the replay. It was a beautiful play. Had Titus Moore out here in a slot. They went to the outside with Joshua Raines. He stood up and actually caught it. Ball's line of scrimmage was a 21. He caught it on the 16. He got a seal block on the outside and one on the inside, and he got past the original line of scrimmage, cut outside, and nobody was going to catch him, and he was gone. So Parrish will kick it off. Let's see if they do something funky. Greg Moore's done this through the years on special teams, on kickoffs. Let's see if he does another little short kick, not want somebody like Destin Mack to hurt him. It'll go back, and the player's going to fall down after catching the ball. My goodness. And the Trojans are going to be deep inside the 5 at the 3. B.J. Spears caught that and slipped and fell down. When he did, knee was down. It ain't pro football, folks. Once that knee touches, you're done. So Parrish does his job. So the Trojans are going to have to start deep in their territory at the 3-yard line. Morris under center, Wes Allen at pull. Going to take and go to Destin Mack. He's going to step in, but we're going to get a flag, and we had somebody move on the Tattnall side of the ball. That's going to go half the distance to the goal on the 5-yard penalty. That's going to put them at the 1.5-yard line. So it's going to bring up a first down and about 12.5 to go. And that's going to put the ball, let's see where they'll go. At the 1.5, of course. Brock Baggerly will be your tight end. They'll have him to this near side to make it strong. Mack and Marshall are wings. Wes Allen is at full. Mack goes in motion. They go to the counter trade this time to Jamal Marshall, and he's got plenty of room. He's got to the 17-yard line, and he's got a new set of downs before he was dragged down by number 16 that time for the Vikings, and that was, I believe, Greg Jones in there on the tackle, and he looks like he got up shaking a wrist a little bit. may have just had, I think the way that worked out is probably Marshall kind of landed with his hip on his wrist the way he had him wrapped up. Destin Mack goes in motion. They'll go to DM. DM steps in, goes from the 21 to the 23. He'll pick up about 5 yards on the play, maybe 6. We'll give him 6. Make it 2nd and 4. So got themselves out of a hole here after a mistake on the kickoff. FPD is struck quick and they struck big. 79 yards, Dalton Cox to Titus Moore. We told you coming in they were a dangerous combination. They just proved it to you. Miles Morris under center. Mack will go in motion. Toss to Mack. Try to get outside. Got out of Kaiser's handshake, and he'll get close over there on a 2nd down and 4. He'll get 3 before they'll ride him out of bounds at about the 27. Got to get to the 28, and we've got a late flag over there, and let's see what that is. Now, they marked him back out. Let's see, are they marking him back at the 25? Dead ball foul. Sideline warning against the Vikings. 3rd and 2. So somebody on the bench got a little excited over there. So a big 3rd down coming for the Trojans. Got out of a hole at the 3. Had a false start, moved them back to the 1. They're out to the 25 now. Marshall in motion. Take and go to Marshall. Step in. He's going to reach. He's going to have a 1st down to the 29-yard line. And he was brought down. One of the players in there was Ty Turley, for the Vikings. The only score we had so far was Coffee County up early on Northside. That Northside-Lee County game last week, man. 1:50 to go in the 1st. Under center. Go to Wes Allen, and he is going nowhere. Number 21 in there on the tackle, Rob Cunningham, was one of them. Loss of a yard, maybe a little more than that. Bryce Pruitt will check in from the sidelines with Coach Chance Jones. 1 minute and 17 seconds. 2nd down and 11. Trojans trying to get something going here in this 1st period. Go to Destin Mack. He's going to step in, and he's not going to get very far. First man that got his hands on him was Ty Turley, and some others came in there to help him out, and that was number 55. Bryant Bill was one of them on the play, along with number 21 being in there, Rob Cunningham. Rob's had a good night already early in this ball game. So Tattnall's not going to move too far. Jones County's up on Ola 7-0 on a 34-yard touchdown pass thanks to producer Brandon Thompson. Pruitt will be split out far. Tattnall has yet to throw it so far here tonight. Take and go to Marshall. Marshall steps in, got room, got away, 50, 40, 35. Got to beat Titus Moore and Maurice Gordon. He is gone, he is gone, he is gone. No, he's not. They're going to say the ball stepped out on the 1-inch line. My goodness, we got to look at that one again. Holy smokes. Marshall just broke it from the 29. And they hit on a big play just like Tattnall did. Let's see. They are marking him down inside the 1-yard line. And he never stepped out. Let's take a look at that replay real quick. Let's see. I think they're going to run a play. Hang on a second. Well, we got it now. Let's see it. And Tattnall will call timeout. All right, the ball was hit. The ball was stripped out, but it looked like it went in the end zone. I don't know if we can back that up just a little bit, and let's see. But the ball never went out of bounds, and I didn't see the player go out of bounds, so I don't know. Wow. We've looked at it. We'll look at it again. And the ball was stripped out. Maybe they stripped it before the goal line. Titus Moore was the man that running down. Maurice Gordon couldn't catch him. And the ball got stripped out. I don't know. Lord of mercy. Big play, big play. So we're back live. 17 seconds to go in the first. We let you look at it a couple times. You tell us. Boy, if he didn't cross it, he was close. The ball did get knocked out and then went out of bounds on this side of the end zone. But we come back live. Trojans first and goal. Miles Morris under center. Miles Morris is going to turn, and the quarterback will go in from an inch out, and he'll have a touchdown. So in the first with 14 seconds to go, it's a 1-yard plunge by Miles Morris. And just like that, the Trojans are on the board. We thought this would be a close, hard-fought game coming in here, just like we saw last week with FPD and Stratford early in that game. It may be even tighter tonight. Snap and touch. Bryce Pruitt with the extra point is up and good. Timeout on the field. We're knotted up at Jack Baines. 14 seconds to go in the first. We'll return.
I've always wanted this. You have too.
It's waiting to be unleashed.
It's in all of us. You just have to find it. Greatness. It's where your dreams and passions become a reality.
Greatness is where your hard work and dedication pay off.
Greatness. It's shaking hands with your future. Middle Georgia State University. Find your greatness.
Back underway at Jack Baines as Trojans will kick it off, and Titus Moore will take it along the 10. Got room to run, and it closes quickly along the 21-yard line. And the first one to get there for the Trojans was number 52, McKinley Anderson. Wow, we've gone back and looked at that play again and again. And it looks like the strip may have occurred after he crossed the plane. Our camera angle is about as good as you're going to get on it without having something at ground level. Either way, the ball did not go out of bounds on the 6-inch line. That did not occur. So Dalton Cox comes up to the line. This time he'll go the odd. Josh Raines will dot it. Take, and he'll run the option. He's got room to run. He's got 10 yards and a new set of downs for the Vikings. And he was taken down on the play that time. And I believe that was Bryce Pruitt in on the tackle was one of them. Along with number 11, George Vining. And that's the end of one. We'll take a quick timeout, get ready for the second period. You're listening to the Stoner's Pizza Gridiron Game of the Week on DSPN Sports. We're knotted up at Jack Baines. 7 apiece. We'll come back and get the second quarter kicked off.
This just in. A large storm in the Gulf has all but decimated the entire Gulf shrimping industry, with the exception of a lone shrimping boat manned by a legless veteran and a young gentleman that hasn't stopped waving at our cameras or telling us his mama's advice. Odd. In completely unrelated news, Kudzu Seafood Company, the authentic Gulf Coast seafood restaurant that brought the coast to Middle Georgia, has also cornered the shrimp market in Central Georgia. Barbecue shrimp and cheese grits, buffalo shrimp, firecracker shrimp tacos, shrimp po' boys, shrimp burgers, shrimp baskets, and Dr. Pepper, all on 3rd Street in downtown Macon. Stay tuned for more breaking news.
Planning on a holiday party with friends, family, or coworkers? Texas Border Grill's private banquet room offers seating from 5 to 55. Lunch to dinner 7 days a week. Featuring an amazing menu with aged beef, seafood, and so many other signature dishes. Texas Border Grill.
Welcome back to Jack Baines Field. 7 all, first down and 10 for the Vikings along their own 34-yard line. Dalton Cox stands up and throws in the flat, and he short hops it over there to Titus Moore.
Cox's pass intended to number 1, Titus Moore. Falls incomplete. Going to bring up second down now. Second down and 10 from the 34-yard line.
Second down and 10 as we start the second period of play. And we look like we had 279 yards for the two scores. Cox back to throw, throws out in the flat. Titus Moore is out here just in the seam, and he's going to make it to the 45-yard line. And that should be a new set of downs for the Vikings right there. And that's enough for 10 yards. And Titus Moore hooking up with his quarterback, as we've already seen, can be a difference maker in a ball game. And you cannot forget about Maurice Gordon on the other side, because he can hurt you just as well, although he's had 2 drops here early tonight. In an aisle, Raines will dot it. Take and go to the fullback. No, the quarterback will keep it, and he'll step inside, and he's going to get plenty of room to run before he is brought down that time by number 11, Jalen Runnels. Picked up 15 big yards, and that's the second time Dalton Cox has broke away from that little belly grab that he takes inside, and he follows his fullback right off his hip. And that's the second time he's gained double-digit yards on that play here tonight. Ball along the 40-yard line, new set of downs for the Vikings. Trying to answer the bell. Knotted up 7 apiece. Cox under center, going to look. Got Gordon out in the flat. Got to the 40 for 35. Got to the 32-yard line. Pickup of 8 on the play before he is brought down over there by Marshall was one of them. We could not see who the other one is. And I believe that may have been 55, and that was Trey Daniels. Update, Coffee County leads Northside 14-0. Coffee County came into that game 4-2 overall, 1-0 in the regional. In the region, Northside was 6-2, 1-1 in the region. Under center, go to Josh Raines, and Raines is going to step in, and he's got nowhere to go before number 52 caught him along with number 3, and that was Brock Baggerly and McKinley Anderson. And we've got an update on Stratford, and they lead 21-7. And Raines will check out, and that may have been Robert Johnson. No, it was Raines. 21-7. Stratford is up in their game over Wilkinson County. Stratford undefeated, trying to preserve the perfect season so far. They will be here next Friday night. So will we. Throws it out in the flat to Maurice Gordon again. He's going to get wrapped up that time by Jamal Marshall, and he's going to get just enough, I believe, for a first down. Let's check it and see. Didn't need much, only needed about 2, maybe 2.5, and I believe that is going to be a first down. They may measure it here, but it looks, nope, they're going to move the chains. And Gordon struggled mightily against Jamal Marshall over there to get that new set of downs. But that'll give it to them, and they'll line up along the 30-yard line. In and out, Robert Johnson will be the back. Robert Johnson steps in the middle, had a little room for Brock Baggerly, grabbed him and pulled him down from the 30. He'll go to the 26, pick up a forward. Good hard inside running. We're not seeing as much from Josh Raines here tonight, as they've shared a lot of time with Robert Johnson in that I formation. And Raines remains on the sidelines, and Josh Raines is in to dot the I. More to this side, Gordon to the other. Tattnall will come up, and they'll run a 3-4, make it a 3-5 take, and they went inside that time to the fullback, and boy, he didn't get much room at all. They ran that one down in a hurry. Number 75, William Morgan, in there on the tackle, and he was the first one in there. Dr. Drake, glad to see him here tonight visiting with us. So a big 3rd down and 5. 8:21 on the clock. Vikings knocking on the door at the red zone at the 25 of the Trojans. They'll go trips to this side, and we had a man that moved, and that was Robert Johnson. Titus Moore was trying to go in motion, and Robert Johnson just kind of took a step. They were trying to go trips to this side over here with Blaine Kaiser, Titus Moore, and Robert Johnson. Johnson was lined up at the split. Moore tried to make his motion, and that caused Raines to move. And got a little nervous, and that backs him up 5, and it's going to bring up now a big 3rd down and 10 back at the Trojans' 30-yard line. Big 3rd down here. They'll line up the same way. Harry Alls will be out on the far split side. Let's see what they do. They're going to run the quarterback draw. He's going to get 7. He's going to get 10. He's going to get 15. He's going to get 14 big yards and roll it into the 11-yard line, and it's going to be 1st down. And for the 3rd time tonight, Dalton Cox has caught him flat-footed on the Trojans' defensive side of the ball with a quarterback draw. He's run 2 little naked bootlegs right off the tackle. That time he spread everybody out and ran it right up the gut. You could almost see the play coming as soon as it was snapped. Lined up in his shotgun, and he got big yards, 13 of them, in fact. Ball goes to the 11. Got 17 big yards, excuse me. Now he'll go under center. Go to Robert Johnson. Step inside, get to the 10, get to the 8, get to the 9 before he's blocked backwards. Wes Allen, one of them, in on the tackle. Number 75 in there again for the Trojans was William Morgan, and a couple of other Trojans in there. They're going to give him the true 7-yard line, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and 6. 7:10 to go in the second, and we're knotted up at 7 apiece. Take and look. Going to throw the fade to Titus Moore in the corner, and they're going to get a flag, and they're going to get holding, defensive holding that time on number 4, and that is going to be for the Trojans, Destin Mack, and that's going to be defensive holding. That's going to take them half the distance to the goal, and a 1st down and goal for the Vikings. Understand the Trojan faithful don't like the call. Half the distance, and it'll be 2nd down and 6. Ball at second down and goal. Ball at the 4-yard line. Long count by Dalton Cox. He stands up and maybe he changes his play at the line of scrimmage. He does. Take, and he's going to give it to Robert Johnson, and he's going to get to the 3. He's going to get to the 2. He's going to reach for the 1-yard line, maybe the 2. We'll see where they mark him. It's going to be about the 1.5 where they mark him down. So that's going to make it third and going to make it second and goal. Officials timeout for a measurement. I think he's got the first down here. And it should be first down and goal for the Vikings.
First down is the call on the stop. First down and goal to go from, let's call it the 1.5-yard line for the Vikings.
First and goal, and they'll get the touchdown. Dalton Cox on a quick snap that caught everybody flat-footed. And it's 6:26 to go in the second. The Trojans lead at 13-7. Extra point, snap, touch, kick is up, and kick is good. Timeout on the field. Your score, FPD 14, Tattnall 7. We'll be back.
Oh my, what a pizza pie! Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Stoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You'll immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily. Use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Stoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh every day. Combine all that on the crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie! Stoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
Welcome back to Jack Baines Field. Little quarterback keeper, but Dalton Cox, the only people that moved on the whole play were the center and Dalton Cox. Center snapped the ball. Dalton Cox simply snuck over. Starting to cool off out here, they say. I won't need a jacket till February the 3rd. It has been, think about it. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of last week, it was 95 degrees. Broke all-time records. Going to be 50 next week. They're trying onside kick, and he may have caught that one a little early. Let's see. I think you're going to see that this one was caught just a little early. And I don't know. Yeah, they're going to drop the flag. And the Vikings caught that one a little early. We'll look at a replay here real quick for you. And, yes, he caught it along the 49-yard line. We saw FPD do that earlier in the year as well, too. And so the Vikings try a little trickeration. And it doesn't work out. So Miles Morris will have the Trojans at the Vikings 49-yard line. Take and send Destin Mack in motion. Miles Morris is going to throw. Going to look. Now he's going to step up and he's going to have to run it. And he's going to get to the 49, to the 47. And we're going to get a late flag comes in from the referee in the backfield. And that may be a hold. And let's check and see what it is. And he'll come our way, and that's usually what that's going to be. And he had already been engaged by the tackler, and it is a hold from the 49-yard line, so that's going to back him up 10 to the 41. And it's going to bring up a first down and 20. Miles Morris looked downfield, didn't really see anybody. Wes Lawrence has scored with 4:22 to go in the second, and Mary Persons now leads 14-9. Under center, Miles Morris. Destin Mack will come in motion. They'll go to him. He'll step inside the middle. Not much room to run there at all, and he's going to be brought down by number 71 for the Vikings. John Lester on the tackle. Into the first quarter, Jones County leads Ola 13-0. 6-1 Pike County is down to Westside. Westside leads Pike County 13-3. So a big, big lead for Westside in a game that a lot of folks didn't think they might could win. There's a handoff up the middle to Wes Allen, and he's going to break it big, and he's going to get to the 41-yard line, maybe the 40. They're going to give him the 40, and the fullback just busted up the middle, and he went from the 43 to the 41, and it's going to bring up a third down and less than a yard. $17 big yards. Tyler Jordan has just scored for Stratford. 6 minutes left in the half. They lead at 27-7 over Wilkinson County. Take and going to give it to number 11 that time, who came in for the Trojans. And that is George Vining. And he's going to get a first down and more, as he is going to go all the way to, let's see where they mark it at, to the 30-yard line. So almost 11 yards on the carry that time before he's brought down. First down at the FPD 30. Trojans trying to answer as we roll toward 4 minutes to go in this one. Leave it inside to Binding again. He got room to run. He's got 10, 11, 12 big yards and a new set of downs. So Binding fights inside, and he's got back-to-back 10 and 13-yard pickups. Ball goes to, we'll call it the 17. First down and 10. Stops the clock as they move the chains. First down and 10. B.J. Spears in a wing now. Take and go to Binding again. Got room to run. Oh, he put it on the ground that time. Lucky to recover it. He got inside the 10, but dropped the ball behind him before he was brought down. But he recovered it. And Robert Johnson was right there and almost got it for the Vikings. He'll step out this time. Wes Allen will come in. Brock Baggerly will be the tight end of this near side. They'll go Marshall and Destin Mack this time in the wing. Miles Morris under center. 2nd and 2. Take and go to Marshall. He'll step in. He'll get to the 10. He'll get to close to the 9. He's going to be about a yard short, I believe. On a 2nd and 4, he got about 3.5. We'll check the mark here. He's going to be about a yard short. So a huge third down coming for the Trojans and the Vikings defense here. Big, big play trying to knot this game up at 14 apiece. Miles Morris takes, going to give it, and that is going to be Destin Mack. He's going to step inside. He's going to get to the 6-yard line. He needed 1. He got 4. make it a long 3. They'll give him just outside the 5-yard line. It'll be first and goal for the Trojans there.
First down, goal to go now for Tattnall.
Marshall will check in. On a first and goal with 2:08, 2:07 to go in the half. Trailing by 7. Take, going to leave it inside with the fullback. And Wes Allen's going to step in from 5.5 yards out. And we're going to tie this ball game. In the second, 1:58 to go. We'll give him officially 6 yards. Extra point comes from Bryce Pruitt. Snap, the touch, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Timeout on the field. 1:58 to go in the second. 14 off from Jack Baines Field. We'll be back. The Macon Touchdown Club continues its 72nd season on Monday, October the 2nd at the Methodist Children's Home located on Pierce Avenue right here in Macon. It's Georgia Tech night, and we welcome to town the head coach of the Yellow Jackets, Paul Johnson. Our program begins at 6:30 with dinner, and our presentation soon to follow. We'll shine a spotlight on our local high school of the week and honor our back linemen and special teams players as well. So join us Monday night, October the 2nd at the Macon Touchdown Club. For more information, log on to MaconTouchdownClub.com. Welcome back to Jack Baines Field, Tattnall Square Academy. 1:58 to go in the half. We're knotted up at 15 apiece. And Bryce Pruitt will kick it away to Titus Moore. Will take it on the 7. 20. Tries to get outside. Can he turn the corner? He did. Good return. They're going to mark him out at about the 33-yard line, make it to 31. And they're going to move the spot back to the 31, and that's where they're going to keep it at. 1:49 to go here in the half before he was run out of bounds. And he probably might have got to the 32, 33. Maybe a little short on that spot for him. But that's where they'll have it first and 10. Dalton Cox now takes, and he's going to leave it with Robert Johnson, and he's going to come inside, and he's not going to get very far, and they're going to turn it over. They're going to turn it over, and Tattnall's going to get it on the 35. Brock Baggerly got in there, I believe who it was. Who was it? Number 54 too. May have been McKinley Anderson that got in there. But the Trojans have got it. We'll look at the replay real quick. Going to take, and a man stepped inside there, and I don't know who got his hands on him first, and it was 58 that may have wrapped it up, and that was Chandler Whittington. So the Vikings turn it over. Tattnall's got it on the 36-yard line of the Vikings. 1:43 to go in the quarter. Tattnall just had a long drive. They scored to even the score at 14 all. Miles Morris will come under center now. Bryce Pruitt will come split to this near side. Marshall and Destin Mack in the wings, and now they'll flip the tight end. Marshall will go in motion. He'll take Miles Morris is going to look downfield, and he tried to throw it underneath to one of his wings that had gone in motion, and that was Marshall. And he had Destin Mack streaking down the middle of the field. I'm not for sure the Vikings weren't baiting him a little bit on defense. So he threw it short. Ball on the 36, maybe the 37. They'll call it the 37. That's where the final marking was. So second down and 10. 98 seconds to go in a half. Tattnall trying to knock on the door. take and going to go to Destin Mack. He'll step in, and he's met head up. He'll finally get a few extra yards, but number 55 got in there and made a good tackle, and that was Bryant Bill who got the first knock on him, and he'll pick up about 4 yards on the play, get to the 33-yard line. Got to go to the 27, maybe the 26 and a half to pick up a new set of downs. Big third down in this first half. Man in motion, go to Wes Allen, steps into the 30. FPD's going to wrap him up right there and won't let him go very far at all. Number 21 was one of them in there that first got him, and I believe that was Rob Cunningham. And Rob's had an outstanding night on defense already for the Trojans. We've called his name several times. Ball's going to be on the 29. Clock runs at 48-47. Fourth down, and got to go 2 yards. The play is in from head coach Chance Jones under center. Marshall goes in motion, cuts back inside. Has he got enough? I don't know if he did or not. He falls into the 25. He'll have a new set of downs for the Trojans. Second effort by Jamal Marshall. He got a first down. 34 seconds, it'll stop the clock. First down and 10. The clock goes now under 30 seconds to go. Tattnall has not called a timeout. Take. Going to go to Destin Mack. Get outside. 20. Get to the 19. Fall into the 18. But with 18, 17, 16 seconds to go, we finally get a timeout from Coach Chance Jones. And he is yelling at the referee, and he's going to get a flag thrown at him. Man, he was lighting the ref up about a timeout. Said he wasn't getting it quick enough. Well, that's going to hurt him. Well, let's see. Chance Jones was out across the hash marks just screaming at the referee. Had his headset off. Let's see what they do here. Well, they give him a sideline warning. We ain't going to a break. No, sir. We're staying right here. 15 seconds. Ball's down at, they got it marked at the 17.
17-yard line off FPD.
I don't think I've ever seen Chance Jones that animated. And he was. Coach Brian Way stepped out on the field near the 20-yard line and was talking to his players, and we look back, and Chance Jones was livid. He was out on the 25-yard line at the hash marks at the numbers. So I wonder if he'll get a sideline warning here, or will they give him the penalty? And you betcha they're going to give him the penalty. I was going back to Brian Way. He was out there talking to one of his linemen. He turned around Chance Jones and came back right toward Coach Jones to get him off the field. And I'm sure Coach Way, in his many years as a head coach down at Warner Robins and a player and as an assistant coach, he's been lit up on that sideline before. So that's going to back him up all the way to the 33-yard line, and that penalty is going to hurt. So second down and 20 now. Make it about 18. Take. Miles Morris is going to step up. Going to throw. He got Destin Mack. He got Destin Mack. He'll step in at 10. He'll get to the 5, to the 4, to the 2. He leads in. Touchdown, Tattnall. Holy smokes, what a play. Miles Morris stepped back, stepped up in the pocket, was hit. Destin Mack got behind the man at the 10 and made a stutter step to the inside and just leaped to the end zone to get it in. Extra point gives the Trojans a 7-point lead. Snap, touch, kick, up. It's good. Timeout with 6 seconds to go. Tattnall leads it 21-14. We'll catch the replay on the way back.
Before you put your company logo or event name on the streets, say it with authority. Apparel Authority. Now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's. Shirts, hats, cups, pens, patches. We put your logo on almost anything. Our team provides quality craftsmanship and custom embroidery, and our screen printing will turn your design into wearable works of art. Call or stop by in person for a quote. Apparel Authority, now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's.
After the kickoff, man, oh man, what a play. Miles Morris was dead to rights, hit in the backfield as he released the ball. Destin Mack turned on a back shoulder catch and caught it. The defensive back on this side got turned around, and Mack got on his backside and caught that ball, but the move he made at the 10-yard line was the difference. Somebody tried to chase him down at the 2, and he leaped in the end zone and got the score. Chance Jones, you thought had cost him a possibility to take the lead, and they come back. Here's the kick, and it's going to hit Titus Moore in the hands and roll through his hands. He's going to take it from the 1. Not much room to go. Tattnall will smother him right there as the clock runs out. Let's go back to that play quickly and watch it again. And here it is. Miles Morris was under center, got hit. Destin Mack caught it on the backside shoulder, made a move at the 10, and dove over at the goal line. And, man, we go to halftime, and it's 21-14, and the 5-mile rivalry is adding up to everything it said it would be. Well, we'll step aside, pay some bills. It's the Stoner's Pizza Gridiron Game of the Week on DSBN. We will be back.
Before you put your company logo or event name on the streets, say it with authority. Apparel Authority, now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's. Shirts, hats, cups, pens, patches, we put your logo on almost anything. Our team provides quality craftsmanship and custom embroidery, and our screen printing will turn your design into wearable works of art. Call or stop by in person for a quote. Apparel Authority, now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's.
This just in. A large storm in the Gulf has all but decimated the entire Gulf shrimping industry, with the exception of a lone shrimping boat manned by a legless veteran and a young gentleman that hasn't stopped waving at our cameras or telling us his mama's advice. Odd. In completely unrelated news, Kudzu Seafood Company, the authentic Gulf Coast seafood restaurant that brought the coast to Middle Georgia, has also cornered the shrimp market in Central Georgia. Barbecue shrimp and cheese grits, buffalo shrimp, firecracker shrimp tacos, shrimp po' boys, shrimp burgers, shrimp baskets, and Dr. Pepper, all on 3rd Street in downtown Macon. Stay tuned for more breaking news.
The Macon Touchdown Club continues its 72nd season on Monday, October the 2nd at the Methodist Children's Home located on Pierce Avenue right here in Macon. It's Georgia Tech night, and we welcome to town the head coach of the Yellow Jackets, Paul Johnson. Our program begins at 6:30 with dinner, and our presentation soon to follow. We'll shine a spotlight on our local high school of the week and honor our back linemen and special teams players as well. So join us Monday night, October the 2nd at the Macon Touchdown Club. For more information, log on to MaconTouchdownClub.com.
I've always wanted this. You have too.
It's waiting to be unleashed.
It's in all of us. You just have to find it. Greatness. It's where your dreams and passions become a reality.
Greatness is where your hard work and dedication pay off.
Greatness. It's shaking hands with your future. Middle Georgia State University. Find your greatness.
Join us Monday night, October the 23rd at the Methodist Children's Home on Pierce Avenue as once again the Macon Touchdown Club continues its 72nd season. We'll have dinner starting at 6:30 with our program soon to follow. This week's special guest speaker will be former Alabama Crimson Tide quarterback Brody Kroll. We'll shine a spotlight on our local high school of the week and present our back linemen and special teams trophies of the week. Once again, that's Monday night, October the 23rd, and we'll be joined by Alabama quarterback Brody Kroll. For more information, log on to MaconTouchdownClub.com.
Oh my, what a pizza pie! Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Stoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You'll immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily, use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Stoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh every day. Combine all that on the crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites you'll say, "Oh my, what a pizza pie!" Stoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
Planning on a holiday party with friends, family, or coworkers? Texas Border Grill's private banquet room offers seating from 5 to 55. Lunch to dinner 7 days a week. Featuring an amazing menu with aged beef, seafood, and so many other signature dishes. Texas Border Grill.
Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma of what to do with your current car. Well, that's where You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, 3306 Vineville Avenue. It's football time in Middle Georgia, and that means it's time for the Macon Touchdown Club. Join us this year as we kick off our 72nd year at the Methodist Children's Home at 304 Pierce Avenue each and every Monday night. Come join us for a night filled of football fun and fellowship. We kick it off September the 11th. The Macon Touchdown Club, honoring student athletes since 1946. To find out more, log on to MaconTouchdownClub.com. Hey folks, it's Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. You know, there comes a time when we all start to look for a brand new or even a newer automobile, and as a consumer, your choices have always been limited as to where to shop, and secondly, what to do with your current car. Take it to the local dealer and trade it in for wholesale, ride around town with that ugly for sale sign in the back window, or park it in your driveway and hope somebody stops by and they're really there to look at your car. Well, that's where the fine folks at You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue in Macon come in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For almost 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the alternative to giving your car away to the local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market the car yourself. The professional staff at You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has 35 years of experience in the automobile industry, and they're there solely to help you through the process of selling or buying your next car. If you have a car and you're ready to sell it, let the folks at You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em show you how to maximize your vehicle's marketing and financial potential today. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, the car lot for you. Remember folks, don't just park it, sell it. Give them a call today, 478-254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em.
Before you put your company logo or event name on the streets, say it with authority. Apparel Authority. Now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's. Shirts, hats, cups, pens, patches, we put your logo on almost anything. Our team provides quality craftsmanship and custom embroidery, and our screen printing will turn your design into wearable works of art. Call or stop by in person for a quote. Apparel Authority, now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's.
This just in. A large storm in the Gulf has all but decimated the entire Gulf shrimping industry, with the exception of a lone shrimping boat manned by a legless veteran and a young gentleman that hasn't stopped waving at our cameras or telling us his mama's advice. Odd. In completely unrelated news, Kudzu Seafood Company, the authentic Gulf Coast seafood restaurant that brought the coast to Middle Georgia, has also cornered the shrimp market in Central Georgia. Barbecue shrimp and cheese grits, buffalo shrimp, firecracker shrimp tacos, shrimp po' boys, shrimp burgers, shrimp baskets, and Dr. Pepper, all on 3rd Street in downtown Macon. Stay tuned for more breaking news.
The Macon Touchdown Club continues its 72nd season on Monday, October the 2nd at the Methodist Children's Home located on Pierce Avenue right here in Macon. It's Georgia Tech night, and we welcome to town the head coach of the Yellow Jackets, Paul Johnson. Our program begins at 6:30 with dinner, and our presentation soon to follow. We'll shine a spotlight on our local high school of the week and honor our back linemen and special teams players as well. So join us Monday night, October the 2nd at the Macon Touchdown Club. For more information, log on to MaconTouchdownClub.com.
I've always wanted this. You have too.
It's waiting to be unleashed.
It's in all of us. You just have to find it. Greatness. It's where your dreams and passions become a reality.
Greatness is where your hard work and dedication pay off.
Greatness. It's shaking hands with your future. Middle Georgia State University. Find your greatness.
Join us Monday night, October the 23rd at the Methodist Children's Home on Pierce Avenue as once again the Make a Touchdown Club continues its 72nd season. We'll have dinner starting at 6:30 with our program soon to follow. This week's special guest speaker will be former Alabama Crimson Tide quarterback Brody Kroll. We'll shine a spotlight on our local high school of the week and present our back, lineman, and special teams trophies of the week. Once again, that's Monday night, October the 23rd, and we'll be joined by Alabama quarterback Brody Kroll. For more information, log on to makingtouchdownclub.com.
Oh my, what a pizza pie! Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Stoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You'll immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily, use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Stoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh every day. Combine all that on the crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie! Stoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
Planning on a holiday party with friends, family, or coworkers? Texas Border Grill's private banquet room offers seating from 5 to 55. Lunch to dinner 7 days a week. Featuring an amazing menu with aged beef, seafood, and so many other signature dishes. Texas Border Grill.
Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma of what to do with your current car. Well, that's where You Park 'em, You Sell 'em at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. You Park 'em, You Sell 'em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, You Park 'em, You Sell 'em has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's You Park 'em, You Sell 'em, 3306 Vineville Avenue. It's football time in Middle Georgia, and that means it's time for the Macon Touchdown Club. Join us this year as we kick off our 72nd year at the Methodist Children's Home at 304 Pierce Avenue each and every Monday night. Come join us for a night filled of football fun and fellowship. We kick it off September the 11th. The Macon Touchdown Club, honoring student athletes since 1946. To find out more, log on to makingtouchdownclub.com. Hey folks, it's Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. You know, there comes a time when we all start to look for a brand new or even a newer automobile, and as a consumer, your choices have always been limited as to where to shop, and secondly, what to do with your current car. Take it to the local dealer and trade it in for wholesale, ride around town with that ugly for sale sign in the back window, or park it in your driveway and hope somebody stops by and they're really there to look at your car. Well, that's where the fine folks at You Park 'em, You Sell 'em at 3306 Vineville Avenue in Macon come in. You Park 'em, You Sell 'em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For almost 18 years, You Park 'em, You Sell 'em has been the alternative to giving your car away to the local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market the car yourself. The professional staff at You Park 'em, You Sell 'em has 35 years of experience in the automobile industry, and they're there solely to help you through the process of selling or buying your next car. If you have a car and you're ready to sell it, let the folks at You Park 'em, You Sell 'em show you how to maximize your vehicle's marketing and financial potential today. You Park 'em, You Sell 'em, the car lot for you. Remember folks, don't just park it, sell it. Give them a call today, 478-254-6310. That's You Park 'em, You Sell 'em.
Before you put your company logo or event name on the streets, say it with authority. Apparel Authority. Now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's. Shirts, hats, cups, pens, patches, we put your logo on almost anything. Our team provides quality craftsmanship and custom embroidery, and our screen printing will turn your design into wearable works of art. Call or stop by in person for a quote. Apparel Authority, now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's.
This just in. A large storm in the Gulf has all but decimated the entire Gulf shrimping industry, with the exception of a lone shrimping boat manned by a legless veteran and a young gentleman that hasn't stopped waving at our cameras or telling us his mama's advice. Odd. In completely unrelated news, Kudzu Seafood Company, the authentic Gulf Coast seafood restaurant that brought the coast to Middle Georgia, has also cornered the shrimp market in Central Georgia. Barbecue shrimp and cheese grits, buffalo shrimp, firecracker shrimp tacos, shrimp po' boys, shrimp burgers, shrimp baskets, and Dr. Pepper, all on 3rd Street in downtown Macon. Stay tuned for more breaking news.
The Macon Touchdown Club continues its 72nd season on Monday, October the 2nd at the Methodist Children's Home located on Pierce Avenue right here in Macon. It's Georgia Tech night, and we welcome to town the head coach of the Yellow Jackets, Paul Johnson. Our program begins at 6:30 with dinner, and our presentation soon to follow. We'll shine a spotlight on our local high school of the week and honor our back, linemen, and special teams players as well. So join us Monday night, October the 2nd at the Macon Touchdown Club. For more information, log on to MaconTouchdownClub.com.
I've always wanted this. You have too.
It's waiting to be unleashed.
It's in all of us. You just have to find it. Greatness. It's where your dreams and passions become a reality.
Greatness is where your hard work and dedication pay off.
Greatness. It's shaking hands with your future. Middle Georgia State University. Find your greatness.
Join us Monday night, October the 23rd at the Methodist Children's Home on Pierce Avenue as once again the Macon Touchdown Club continues its 72nd season. We'll have dinner starting at 6:30 with our program soon to follow. This week's special guest speaker will be former Alabama Crimson Tide quarterback Brody Kroll. We'll shine a spotlight on our local high school of the week and present our back, linemen, and special teams trophies of the week. Once again, that's Monday night, October the 23rd, and we'll be joined by Alabama quarterback Brody Kroll. For more information, log on to MaconTouchdownClub.com.
Oh my, what a pizza pie! Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Stoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You'll immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily. Use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Stoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh every day. Combine all that on the crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie! Stoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
Planning on a holiday party with friends, family, or coworkers? Texas Border Grill's private banquet room offers seating from 5 to 55. Lunch to dinner 7 days a week. Featuring an amazing menu with aged beef, seafood, and so many other signature dishes. Texas Border Grill.
Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma of what to do with your current car. Well, that's where You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, 3306 Vineville Avenue. It's football time in Middle Georgia, and that means it's time for the Macon Touchdown Club. Join us this year as we kick off our 72nd year at the Methodist Children's Home at 304 Pierce Avenue each and every Monday night. Come join us for a night filled of football fun and fellowship. We kick it off September the 11th. The Macon Touchdown Club, honoring student athletes since 1946. To find out more, log on to MaconTouchdownClub.com. Hey folks, it's Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. You know, there comes a time when we all start to look for a brand new or even a newer automobile, and as a consumer, your choices have always been limited as to where to shop, and secondly, what to do with your current car. Take it to the local dealer and trade it in for wholesale, ride around town with that ugly for sale sign in the back window, or park it in your driveway and hope somebody stops by and they're really there to look at your car. Well, that's where the fine folks at You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue in Macon come in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For almost 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the alternative to giving your car away to the local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market the car yourself. The professional staff at You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has 35 years of experience in the automobile industry, and they're there solely to help you through the process of selling or buying your next car. If you have a car and you're ready to sell it, let the folks at You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em show you how to maximize your vehicle's marketing and financial potential today. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, the car lot for you. Remember folks, don't just park it, sell it. Give them a call today, 478-254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em.
Before you put your company logo or event name on the streets, say it with authority. Apparel Authority. Now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's. Shirts, hats, cups, pens, patches, we put your logo on almost anything. Our team provides quality craftsmanship and custom embroidery, and our screen printing will turn your design into wearable works of art. Call or stop by in person for a quote. Apparel Authority, now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's.
This just in. A large storm in the Gulf has all but decimated the entire Gulf shrimping industry, with the exception of a lone shrimping boat manned by a legless veteran and a young gentleman that hasn't stopped waving at our cameras or telling us his mama's advice. Odd. In completely unrelated news, Kudzu Seafood Company, the authentic Gulf Coast seafood restaurant that brought the coast to Middle Georgia, has also cornered the shrimp market in Central Georgia. Barbecue shrimp and cheese grits, buffalo shrimp, firecracker shrimp tacos, shrimp po' boys, shrimp burgers, shrimp baskets, and Dr. Pepper, all on 3rd Street in downtown Macon. Stay tuned for more breaking news.
The Macon Touchdown Club continues its 72nd season on Monday, October the 2nd at the Methodist Children's Home located on Pierce Avenue right here in Macon. It's Georgia Tech night, and we welcome to town the head coach of the Yellow Jackets, Paul Johnson. Our program begins at 6:30 with dinner, and our presentation soon to follow. We'll shine a spotlight on our local high school of the week and honor our back linemen and special teams players as well. So join us Monday night, October the 2nd at the Macon Touchdown Club. For more information, log on to MaconTouchdownClub.com.
I've always wanted this. You have too.
It's waiting to be unleashed.
It's in all of us. You just have to find it. Greatness. It's where your dreams and passions become a reality.
Greatness is where your hard work and dedication pay off.
Greatness. It's shaking hands with your future. Middle Georgia State University. Find your greatness.
Join us Monday night, October the 23rd at the Methodist Children's Home on Pierce Avenue as once again the Macon Touchdown Club continues its 72nd season. We'll have dinner starting at 6:30 with our program soon to follow. This week's special guest speaker will be former Alabama Crimson Tide quarterback Brody Kroll. We'll shine a spotlight on our local high school of the week and present our back lineman and special teams trophies of the week. Once again, that's Monday night, October the 23rd, and we'll be joined by Alabama quarterback Brody Kroll. For more information, log on to MaconTouchdownClub.com.
Oh my, what a pizza pie! Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Stoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You'll immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily, use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Stoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh every day. Combine all that on the crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie! Stoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
Planning on a holiday party with friends, family, or coworkers? Texas Border Grill's private banquet room offers seating from 5 to 55. Lunch to dinner 7 days a week. Featuring an amazing menu with aged beef, seafood, and so many other signature dishes. Texas Border Grill.
Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma of what to do with your current car. Well, that's where You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, 3306 Vineville Avenue. It's football time in Middle Georgia, and that means it's time for the Macon Touchdown Club. Join us this year as we kick off our 72nd year at the Methodist Children's Home at 304 Pierce Avenue each and every Monday night. Come join us for a night filled of football fun and fellowship. We kick it off September the 11th. The Macon Touchdown Club, honoring student athletes since 1946. To find out more, log on to MaconTouchdownClub.com. Hey folks, it's Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. You know, there comes a time when we all start to look for a brand new or even a newer automobile, and as a consumer, your choices have always been limited as to where to shop, and secondly, what to do with your current car. Take it to the local dealer and trade it in for wholesale, ride around town with that ugly for sale sign in the back window, or park it in your driveway and hope somebody stops by and they're really there to look at your car. Well, that's where the fine folks at You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue in Macon come in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For almost 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the alternative to giving your car away to the local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market the car yourself. The professional staff at You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has 35 years of experience in the automobile industry, and they're there solely to help you through the process of selling or buying your next car. If you have a car and you're ready to sell it, let the folks at You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em show you how to maximize your vehicle's marketing and financial potential today. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, the car lot for you. Remember folks, don't just park it, sell it. Give them a call today, 478-254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em. And welcome back to Jack Mainsfield. Russell Deese, glad to have you with us as we get ready for the second half. And it was a wild and woolly shootout here at Jack Baines in the first. Not a tremendous amount of scoring, but it was back and forth. FPD got on the board first with 3 minutes to go in the first. It was a 79-yard touchdown pass from Chandler Cox to Titus Moore. Extra point was good, made it 7-0. Then with 14 seconds to go in that first period, Miles Morris from the 1-yard line. He got over Tattnall, Bryce Pruitt. The extra point was true, 7-all. 6:26 in the second period. Chandler Cox snuck it over for the Vikings. The extra point was good, 14-7. And then a 6-yard run by Wes Allen after a huge play on a turnover for the Trojans, and 14 apiece. And Bryce Pruitt will kick it away now, and it'll go to Titus Moore, and he'll take it on the 13-yard line. Head up that far sideline, right up the middle, and he got a lot of room to run. He got to take it back all the way. Yes, he is. Bye-bye. Titus Moore, 87 yards for the touchdown. That is how you start a second half of a football game. It took him 13 seconds rather. 87 yards on the kickoff return, Titus Moore. And we're an Andre Parrish kick away from being tied up here at Tattnall Square. Well, lightning has struck. Extra point is up, and the extra point is good. Timeout on the field. Your score, Tattnall 21, FPD 21. We'll be back.
Oh my, what a pizza pie! Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Stoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You'll immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily. Use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Stoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh every day. Combine all that on the crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie! Stoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
Welcome back to Jack Baines Field. Andre Parrish will kick it off. And back deep will be Destin Mack, along with Jamal Marshall. Jones County leads 23-7 in their score. Kick is underway. We'll get you some updates here in a second. Taking along the 14-yard line on the return, and he'll get back to the 27-28-yard line, and that was Peyton Boone. B.J. Spears, rather, on the return. Let's get some more updates here. Northside and Coffee County. Coffee County leads at 14-6. We had Stratford up 27-7. Howard and Upson Lee, it was tied at 13. Somebody got a safety, and it was the Knights, 15-13, and that is in the third period. Stratford was up 27-7. We need an update probably on West Side. We'll try to get that one. Waco is at Southwest. West Lawrence and Mary Persons were tight early. Miles Morris under center. Going to leave it inside to Wes Allen. He's going to go from the 30, get to the 33, pick up 3. Northeast leads Dublin 7-6. The Raiders lead Dublin and the Fighting Irish 7-6. That's probably at the half. It was at the half. Spalding leads Perry by a score of 24-0. here on a 2nd down and 7 from the 33. Going to give it to Jamal Marshall. He's going to step inside, and the Trojans are going to meet him head up after a 2-yard pickup. They may give him to the 36. It was more like the 35. Number 51 was in there for the Vikings on the play, and that was Jacoby Singletary, who is at that inside linebacker spot, taking Dylan Cox's place tonight. Cox gone for the year. Bryce Pruitt will come to this near side. Another update, Peach County rolls along, 47-0. And Chad Campbell's got the Trojans rolling down in the valley. Take under 7. Wes Allen steps in. He's going to pick up 2. Going to get to the 39 maybe. One of the first men in there was number 71, and that was John Lester. John's having a good night tonight as well on the defensive front. Another update, Southwest leads Waco. The House of Pain has come to Macon, and they're down 14-6 at Billy Henderson Stadium. Make that Brad Henderson. His dad was Billy. Under center, Miles Morris. In the wing, Mack and Marshall. Take and go to Marshall. He steps in. He gets to the 40. He's going to be really, really close to a first down. And we'll see who gets up. Both of them a little slow getting up. And number 55 in on the tackle, Bryant Beal. Bryant's named a couple of times tonight as well, too. He's close. Let's see where they mark it. And there is a flag, and we'll see what it is. Face mask, FPD. And it was a 5-yard penalty on the face mask, but it's enough to push him over for first down. So lightning strikes for the Vikings. They return the opening kickoff of the second half, 87 yards. Pruitt will come to this near side. Wes Allen will stay at full. Mack and Marshall will wing it. 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. Man in motion, going to give it to the backside pressure. Going to step in, and that's going to be Destin Mack, and he's going to get 7-8 yards before he's brought down by number 56 on the play, Wesley Wilson, and I believe number 18 in there as well, and that was Blaine Kaiser. It will give him 7 yards. He'll cross the plane of the 50 and roll into the Trojans' 47-yard line and make it maybe the 40. Yeah, that's a 47-yard line. Got to get to the 45, so it's a long, long 2 or a short 3. 8:52. Marshall will go in motion. They'll leave it inside this time with the fullback who is in this time, George Binding, who had 2 big runs in that first half. And that's enough for a first down. Needed 3. Got 4. Gets to the 43-yard line, 44-yard line. First down and 10. Lester again in on the tackle for the Trojans. Marshall goes in motion. They go to Marshall. Steps in, picks up 4, goes to the 40. Number 51 in there on the tackle again. That was Jacoby Singletary. Ball arrest on the 40. Got to get to the 34 to pick up a new set of downs. Pick up a 4 on the play, 2nd down and 6. Go to Marshall. He'll step in. Got room to run. 35, 25, 20. Can he outrun Titus Moore? Yes, he can. Let's see. Yes, sir. Touchdown. Yes, sir. Touchdown. 40 yards on the play. Jamal Marshall. And 7:40 to go. 40-yard run. It's been big plays here tonight that have put him on the scoring position. And let's see now. Are they going to say he was short? Now, do we have a flag on the play? Touchdown. Touchdown. Extra point will come from Bryce Pruitt. He got one too many footballs out there on the field. And Tattnall will try to take back a 7-point lead with 7:40 to go in this one. Snap, touch, kick is up, and kick is good. Timeout on the field. Tattnall leads it 28-21. We'll be back after this timeout.
Planning on a holiday party with friends, family, or coworkers? Texas Border Grill's private banquet room offers seating from 5 to 55. Lunch to dinner 7 days a week. Featuring an amazing menu with aged beef, seafood, and so many other signature dishes. Texas Border Grill.
Welcome back to Jack Baines Field. 7:40 to go in this one. Jamal Marshall has come out on a 40-yard touchdown run. The look was whether the ball came out, and we'll look at it again, and there's an onside kick, and Tattnall will not be able to recover it as it'll go to the 33-yard line. And let's see, got a little pushing and shoving going on around here now. Let's go back and look at the touchdown run again real quick here. There is some controversy. Did the ball come out? Miles Morris under center. Jamal Marshall got it and cut back in on the inside and had Titus Moore. And no, he had clearly crossed the plane of the goal line before that ball came out. So it was a touchdown. It wasn't even close. Dalton Cox in a shotgun. Gonna look. Got a man. He's got Maurice Gordon up at the 44-yard line. He's going to be just a little short of the first down. Pickup of 9. Just went on a little inside slant there and got behind the line in front of the linebacker. And the ball will go to the 44-yard line, and it'll be first down and 10. Take, and he's going to leave it this time. We'll go with Josh Raines, and Raines gets his first action to make that Robert Johnson. We have not seen Josh Raines here at the tailback position, and you got to wonder if he's hurt and banged up a little bit, but that's a big run from the 44, and he's going to get 10 big yards, make it 11, and roll into Tattnall territory into the 45. Gordon to that side, Titus Moore to this side. Robert Johnson, the lone setback. Cox in a gun. Take, and he's going to throw a fade down here to Titus Moore. Destin Mack's going to turn around and knock it down. Big play by Destin Mack. He went stride for stride with Titus Moore that time and knocked it away, and it'll bring up a second down and 10. Ball at the 45-yard line. Take and fake. Dalton Cott's going to look. They're going to come on him, and a man almost sacked him, and he threw underneath to a screen. And Robert Johnson's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and he's going to get hammered right there along the line of scrimmage. Dalton Cox did a fantastic job of getting that ball away, and Robert Johnson a little slow getting up that time. Number 52, McKinley Anderson, lowered the boom on him. Peach County leads 61-0 at halftime again. It was 54-0 a week ago. Single setback Robert Johnson, and he's deep. Cox gonna look, gonna throw it, and he's got a man breaking open. Titus Moore just short. Let's see where they give him the mark. Boy, they're going to give him the 35, and I think that may be a first down. Let's see. He may be less than a half a yard short. I don't know. They're going to have to measure this. And they will. First down for the Vikings. I'm not surprised they didn't measure that. Nose into the football gets to the 35, which was right where the marker was. There wasn't no doubt the Vikings were going to go for it on that play. So Titus Moore will go to that far side over there. They'll make that Maurice Gordon. Moore will be down underneath. Now they'll go with an offset and a shotgun formation. Dalton Cott's got a man wide open in the flat, and he dropped it. Had a man out there wide open, number 3, Harry Alds, right along the 30-yard line, and could have turned that one into maybe a 6, 7, 8-yard pickup, but he hit him in the hands, and he heard footsteps, and he kind of looked up, and Wes Allen was coming along with Marshall on that play. In a shotgun with protection to his left side, and he'll take and fake, and he's going to throw it out to Blaine Kaiser, and he's going to cut in. He's going to be at 6 big yards, and he's going to be up a 3rd down and 2 situation, maybe a little less than 2, and I think it is. He's going to roll into the 27-yard line. He's got to get right to the 25 to pick up a new set of downs. 4:41, 4:40 clock runs. Big 3rd down possession here for the Vikings. Knocking on the door of the red zone, trying to get in. Cox under center. Griffin Brown at full. Cox going to run that little quarterback sneak that he scored the touchdown on, and he's going to get it again. It's a neat play where only the center and the quarterback move on the whole play, and he just rides up the backside of the center. And that was good for 4 yards. They needed 1.5, maybe 2, and that gives them the new set of downs along the 24-yard line. Everybody just kind of froze, and the only people that moved are the center and the quarterback. And as soon as the quarterback gets it, he's right up the middle. Cox going to roll to this side. Look, and he's got Maurice Gordon out here, and he picked it up off his shoelaces, and it's going to be complete. And he is going to be knocked out of bounds at the 12-yard line. And that is going to be enough, I think, for a first down. We'll check the measurement. Yeah, I don't know. And they're going to measure this one. I think this one may be close. This should be a first down here. I don't think this one's any closer than the other one was. Chain gang will come across. They'll stretch it. Yeah, he got it by a yard. As I said, I didn't think this one was as close as the other one was. So a first down and 10 along the 13-yard line, and the Vikings have it with 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go in this third period of play. They took the opening kickoff of the second half, 87 yards for a touchdown. Tattnall answered back with a 40-yard run from Jamal Marshall. 28-21. Updated score, Jones County leads Ola 30-7. Peach County was up 196-0. It was halftime. We don't know what it is now. 61-0. Dalton Cox going to throw. Got a wide open Harry Alls, and it's a touchdown and a beautiful throw as he just ran a little seam route right down the middle. Got past the linebacker in front of the safety over on that side, and it's a 13-yard touchdown pass with 3:25 to go here in the third period. Extra point will come from Andre Parrish. Snap, touch, the kick is up, and the kick is good, and we're going to get a flag on that as he went into the kicker. And let's see, yeah, they're going to get this on the kickoff. Running into the kicker. And so they get on the kickoff. Quick 30-second timeout. 28-all. We're knotted up at Jack Baines Field. We'll be back.
Oh my, what a pizza pie! Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Stoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You'll immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily, use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Stoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh every day. Combine all that on the crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie! Stoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
Welcome back to Jack Baines Field. We'll get the penalty on the kickoff here for running into the kicker. So they'll kick it from the 45 instead of the 40. Back deep will be Destin Mack on one side. On the other side will be Peyton Boone. No, I'm sorry. It will not be Peyton Boone. It is going to be number 42, B.J. Spears, back for the Trojans. 28-all in the trifecta of the 5-mile rivalry. Here's the kick. Parrish is going to get it high. Spears will take it on the 2. Come to the 15. Got outside. Did he get a block? He got a block. He's going to try to get away. He stepped away again. Needs one more block, and he can't get it. He slipped down on the 49-yard line, maybe at midfield, and that's where he ends up. B.J. Spears broke a tackle around the 20, broke another one around the 40, and just couldn't keep his feet out from underneath him. And tried to make a cut back inside right about the midfield stripe, and down he went. Got away from a man at the 20, got away from another one at the 37. He had blockers in front of him, but just couldn't get to the corner. So Tattnall set up shop, first down and 10 with 3:14 to go in the third. Miles Morris under center. And they'll jump, and it'll be 5 yards. And that was Brock Baggerly, and he looked back at his quarterback like, why didn't you snap the ball? Now, if you're the only one that jumped off sides, I don't think he got the snap count wrong. But that's okay. They'll line it up, back it up 5, go to the 45. Destin Mack, Marshall, Wes Allen will be in the backfield. Take and go to West Allen. He'll get back his 5 yards, maybe, or close to it. He'll get 4. Number 33 was the first one in there for the Vikings, and that was Ryan Jones. And along with number 55 in the bottom of that pile, and that was Bryant Beal. And we've got a Trojan down on the ground, and this is not good as it's Jamal Marshall, and he is holding an ankle. We will take a timeout and check on Mr. Marshall when we come back. 2:59 to go. It's the Stoner's Pizza Gridiron Game of the Week on DSPN Sports. We will be back. Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma to what to do with your current car. Well, that's where You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, 3306 Vineville Avenue.
Planning on a holiday party with friends, family, or coworkers? Texas Border Grill's private banquet room offers seating from 5 to 55. Lunch to dinner 7 days a week. Featuring an amazing menu with aged beef, seafood, and so many other signature dishes. Texas Border Grill.
Jamal Marshall is limping off the field, and he has got a bummed up ankle now on that left ankle, and he is out, and this could be a blow to the Trojans. So they'll bring B.J. Spears, who started the year at that wing formation, and he'll be to this near wing. Destin Mack, of course, on the right side. Wes Allen will stay at full. Miles Morris will go under center on a 2nd down and 10. Take and go to B.J. Spears. He needed a block on the corner, and he got one. Got outside. 45-40, 35-30. They'll push him out of bounds. Let's see where they mark him out. They'll mark him out way back. Let's see. I think they're going to mark him out at the 38. A 13-yard pickup, but we're going to get a flag back here on the 49-yard line, and that's going to bring it back because this is going to be a hold on the corner over there. We'll look at the replay again. And let's see what happened, who they're going to get the hold on. And they're going to get the hold, I believe, on Destin Mack. Looked like he hooked his arm around the defensive end on the lead block on that outside corner. And they're going to take it on a 1st and 10 and move it back 10 yards from the 49 back to the 42. And it was a holding. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 18 to go. So you lose Jamal Marshall. B.J. Spears come in, gives you a big run, but you get a hold on the play from your big running back, Destin Mack, on the lead block. But pretty obvious that's how he got on the corner. Brock Baggerly will swap to that far side to this near side now. Long count by Miles Morris. Send a man in motion, Destin Mack, and they'll leave it on a trap inside to Wes Allen, and he'll go from the 42 to the 46, pick up 4, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 14 now. 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go in this one. Destin Mack tries to get outside. FPD's going to hit him once. They're going to hit him twice. They're going to hit him 3 times. The helmet's going to come off. And number 21 in there on the tackle that time got him, and that was Rob Cunningham after really a 1.5 yard gain, and that's about as much as he could get. And it's going to bring up a 4th down, and the Trojans are going to have to kick it away. Brian Way is getting a man down there on the sideline, one of his linemen, and he is giving him a very loud lesson about offensive line play, as they say. 1:43. They'll kick it away here. Titus Moore, Robert Johnson. B.J. Spears will kick it. Titus Moore will catch it along the 24-yard line. And take that back on the punt that time was number 60, and that was Tyler Bennett. So the Vikings will take over right there. We'll try to get some updates on some scores. Jones County was rolling. Peach County was rolling. Howard and Upton Lee were in a war. Mary Persons was up in their game. Stratford was up big. Westside and Pike County, that's an interesting game. Pike came in 6-1. But Westside was up early in that game at the Ed. Dalton Cox takes, looks, got times. Not anymore. Number 75 got in there and got him. William Morgan. He'll go from the 26-yard line, and he'll be sacked all the way back on the 20. So a 6-yard loss. And with 1:16 and the clock runs in the third, brings up a 2nd and 16 for the Vikings. Vikings came in 5-2, 2-1 in the region. Tattnall came in 7-0, 2-0. Gordon to the far side, Moore to this side. Robert Johnson, we haven't seen Josh Rain since early in the second. Tay, go to Robert Johnson, stepped in, and he broke outside, 30, 35, 36. He'll get a first down. He'll pick up 17 big yards. Southwest and Waco now in the third period at Henderson Stadium, 14-all. So the House of Pain said not quite yet. Sideline warning against Tattnall. So each one of them has gotten those. FPD got one in the second period. Tattnall got one just now. But, boy, they got a big one at the end of the second period where Chance Jones kind of, well, he lost it. And it cost him 15, and it looked like it took him out of scoring position. Down by 7, and on the next play, they threw a 40-yard touchdown pass. First down and 10, ball along the 42-yard line. Excuse me, the 37-yard line. Dalton Cox, gonna look. No, he's gonna throw it long, and it's just gonna go by as he was trying to get to Gordon. And Dalton Cox looking back as he had pressure that time, and the man that came at him was number 58, Chandler Whittington. And hit him just as he released. And that's going to take the ball back to the 37. And second down and 10 it will be with half a minute left in this period. Dalton Cox in a shotgun. Robert Johnson will be his lone setback, and he'll try to add protection. Going to throw it out in the flat, and he's got Maurice Gordon. Can he get away? No, he can't, but he's going to fall forward, and he's only going to be about 1.5 yards short of the first down. He got taken down over there that time by B.J. Spears. And let's see where they mark him down. They're going to put him at about the 46-yard line. It's going to be a huge third down play. Westside extends its lead 18-6 with 2:16 to go in the third over once beaten Pike County. So the Seminoles playing tough over at the end. Well, that's the end of 3. We come back. It's 3rd down and 1 as we start the 4th. 28-all at Jack Baines Field, FPD and Tattnall. We will be back.
Before you put your company logo or event name on the streets, say it with authority. Apparel Authority. Now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's. Shirts, hats, cups, pens, patches, we put your logo on almost anything. Our team provides quality craftsmanship and custom embroidery, and our screen printing will turn your design into wearable works of art. Call or stop by in person for a quote. Apparel Authority. Now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's.
This just in. A large storm in the Gulf has all but decimated the entire Gulf shrimping industry, with the exception of a lone shrimping boat manned by a legless veteran and a young gentleman that hasn't stopped waving at our cameras or telling us his mama's advice. Odd. In completely unrelated news, Kudzu Seafood Company, the authentic Gulf Coast seafood restaurant that brought the coast to Middle Georgia, has also cornered the shrimp market in Central Georgia. Barbecue shrimp and cheese grits, buffalo shrimp, firecracker shrimp tacos, shrimp po' boys, shrimp burgers, shrimp baskets, and Dr. Pepper, all on 3rd Street in downtown Macon. Stay tuned for more breaking news.
Update, Upson Lee leads Howard 21-16 on a 3rd down and 1 play. Let's see what we got here. And he's going to get about 2 yards on the play, and it's going to be enough for the 1st down. First down and 10s. We start the 4th period of play. 11:50 to go, and the clock will run. Dalton Cox going to roll. Got time. Got Gordon out in the flat. Going to get to the 50. Going to get to the 45. Going to roll into the 43. And let's see if he's going to step out. Yeah, they'll put him at the 43-yard line. Second down and 2. Take, and this time it's first time we've seen Josh Raines in a while. And he'll get his 1st down as he'll roll into the 40-yard line. And we've got an injured Trojan on the play. And he gets to the 41, and he's going to sit down right there. And I believe it's 58, and that's Chandler Whittington. So we got an injury timeout, 30 seconds. We'll take it with him.
Oh my, what a pizza pie! Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Stoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You'll immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily. Use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Stoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh every day. Combine all that on the crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie! Stoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
Planning on a holiday party with friends, family, or coworkers? Texas Border Grill's private banquet room offers seating from 5 to 55. Lunch to dinner 7 days a week. Featuring an amazing menu with aged beef, seafood, and so many other signature dishes. Texas Border Grill.
Welcome back to Jack Baines Field as we start the final 10 minutes and 57 seconds of this game, and we're knotted up at 15 apiece. After an injury timeout, Dalton Cox has got a 1st and 10 at the Tattnall 41-yard line. Gonna look, gonna go to Gordon, got him down there, and he's gonna score a touchdown. He hit Maurice Gordon on a 41-yard touchdown, and the Vikings take the lead. Beautiful pitch and catch, 41 yards, and it's Cox to Gordon, and the extra point will come from Parrish. And with 10:45, that's going to give the Vikings a 34-28 lead. They'll try to make it 7 here. Snap, touch, kick is up, and kick is good. Timeout on the field. FPD leads it 35-28. We'll return on the Stoner's Pizza Gridiron Game of the Week. We'll be back. It's football time in Middle Georgia, and that means it's time for the Macon Touchdown Club. Join us this year as we kick off our 72nd year at the Methodist Children's Home at 304 Pierce Avenue each and every Monday night. Come join us for a night filled of football fun and fellowship. We kick it off September the 11th. The Macon Touchdown Club, honoring student athletes since 1946. To find out more, log on to MaconTouchdownClub.com. No rip. Welcome back to Jack Baines Field. Dalton Cox just stood up and threw it on a 1st down and 10 from the 41. He hit Maurice Gordon, who was streaking down that sidelines, and laid it in there almost perfectly. Extra point was good. Andre Parrish will kick it off. Well, let's see what they do here now. 35-28, Vikings lead it. Going to send it, and they're going to send it up to a short man who's going to catch it along the 15, and that's going to be B.J. Spears, and he bobbled it a little bit, but he got it back out to the 32-yard line, and that's where Tattnall will set it up. 35-28. Trojans have lost Jamal Marshall. B.J. Spears will be the wing on one side now. And let's see, no, is Marshall back out there? He is. But he looks tender on that ankle. We'll see how effective he can be for the Trojans. Miles Morris going to take, and he's going to hand it and keep it himself. And Marshall is in there, but he can hardly run. And I'm not for sure if they need to keep him in the game in the backfield. Number 51, Jacoby Singletary, stepped in there and got the big hit. He went from the 33 to the 35, pickup of 2. Update, Howard leads 22-21. Somebody on score screen has got Howard as the Hawks. They've lost their mind. Take and go to West Allen. No, they'll leave it around. And Jamal Marshall's going to run hard, and he's going to get the 40 to the 41 to the 42. And he's slow to get up. And that's going to be near the 1st down. And he is really favoring that left ankle. 3rd down and less than a yard. This is going to be a huge play here for the Viking defense and the Trojans offense. And let's see, will Tattnall take a timeout and think about it? No, they're acting like it. And they'll roll the clock. 9:41, trailing 35-28. Ball at their own 43-yard line. Got to get to the 43.5 for a new set of downs. Miles Morris under center. In a 3 front. Morris will step in. He'll get his 1st down. He'll get to about the 45-yard line. And that'll be a 1st down for the Trojans. George Vining will check in. Landon Jones will go wide to the far side. Destin Mack, he'll get it, and he'll step inside. Destin Mack will get 9. He'll get 10. He'll get 11. He'll get 12. Counted at 13, and he pushed it himself the last time. And now Destin Mack has got to come off, and I don't know what's wrong with him. But they got it to the 42, maybe the 43, and I'm not sure he didn't get poked in the eye or something there. Nope, it's a helmet problem. Vining will stay at shotgun in the full. They'll go to him. He'll step in. He'll get to the 41 and a yard, and that is all. before he'll get met head up that time on a good defensive charge by number 33, and that was Ryan Jones. Any update on Northside and Coffee? Nothing yet. Jones was up big. Howard and Upson Lee are in a war. West Side is up. Mary Persons and West Lawrence will look for that one too. Coffee County has led Northside, I believe, most of the night. Take and going to go to Jamal Marshall. He's got room to run, and the big man's going to stumble on that bad foot, and he's going to get to the 32, and he's going to be really close to a first down. Destin Mack is going to come back on the field, and B.J. Spears will check out. 7:52, and the Trojans are trying to mount a march here. Started this one on around the 31-32. They've now gone to the 32 of FPD. Now they'll step out of that wing situation. They'll go to Destin Mack. He'll get outside 30, 25. He'll step into the 24 before he's brought down over there by number 2, and that was Maurice Gordon, I think. And Destin Mack's going to be slow getting up. And he's going to be real slow getting up. And looks like he's got a little bit of an ankle injury too. And let's see what happens here with him. And they're going to send him off, and B.J. Spears is going to come in. And it looked like maybe a foot or an ankle problem with him. It's been a physical football game here in this second half. Big rivalry game. These guys are getting after each other. 7-19. Take and going to give it to Binding, and Binding's going to get inside, and he's going to roll from the 20 to the 19 on a 2nd and 3. He's going to pick up 6 and get a score. Well, Washington County has come back, and they now lead the Patriots of Southwest and Joe Dupree 21-14. Jones County's up 37-7 in McDonough at Ola. Peach County leads Kendrick 168-0. It's 68-0. Under center, Miles Morris. Destin Mack will go in motion, leave it with Binding. No, this is Wes Allen in there this time, and he'll have a couple of folks get in there and get on him. And number 51 is one of them for the Vikings, Jacoby Singletary. And let's see who's getting off the bottom there. And that was number 55, Brian Beal. So a pickup of about 2 on the play. 6 minutes and 30 seconds. You better strap your TV down, your computer down, put the phone in its holster. Vikings trying to stop a drive. Trojans trying to even this one up with 6 minutes to go. 2nd down and 8. Miles Morris will go under center. Single setback will be Binding. Send a man in motion. Go to Binding. Step in. 15, 14, 13. Go to the 11-yard line. They'll call him down there. He'll be short of the first down by about 2. Got to get to, about the 8.5. We're going to call it 3. 3rd and 3. Clock ticks. 5:48. 35-28. And it don't get any easier. Tattnall gets the Stratford Eagles next week. FPD trying to bow their back on defense. Take and go to Marshall inside, and he's not got much push up that leg anymore. And once he got inside, he may have got a half a yard. And he was brought down that time by Titus Moore, was one of them in there, along with number 18 for the Vikings, and that was Blaine Kaiser, 4th down and 1. How big is this? Wes Allen is going to check in the game. Binding will check out. Destin Mack is in there. Jamal Marshall's in there. 4th and 1. Could be your ball game right here. 4:47, 4:46. Up to the line. Got to get inside the 8. Ball to the 10. Moore steps up. Long count. Takes. Goes to West Allen. No, he doesn't. He gave it to Destin back on the end around. He'll step inside the 5. He'll step inside the 2. He'll step in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. Touchdown, Trojans. Wow. No flags. So at 4:29 on the 4th. It's at a 10.5-yard run by Destin Mack. Bryce Pruitt on a big extra point. 4:29, 35-34. Snap, touch, kick is up, kick is good, and we've got a flag on the play, and I believe, let's see what it's going to be. It's going to be motion against Tattnall. Man, is that big. Man, is that big. They're going to back him up 5. He's got to kick it again. (35-34). Dublin 14, Northeast 7. That one's got to be getting late too. Well, now it's a 25-yard extra point. 35-34. Bryce Pruitt. Snap, touch. Kick is up, and the kick is good. Man, he got it through on a bad snap. Timeout. 35-35, 4:29 to go. Stoner's Pizza Gridiron Game of the Week on ESPN Sports. We will be back.
Before you put your company logo or event name on the streets, say it with authority. Apparel Authority. Now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's. Shirts, hats, cups, pens, patches. We put your logo on almost anything. Our team provides quality craftsmanship and custom embroidery. And our screen printing will turn your design into wearable works of art. Call or stop by in person for a quote. Apparel Authority. Now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's.
Welcome back to Jack Baines. 11-yard touchdown run by Destin Mack puts the Trojans on the board. Extra point is good after the procedure penalty. Looked like the hole was bad, and Bryce Pruitt got it through, and it's 35 apiece. 4:29, and Pruitt will kick it off. Titus Moore and Robert Johnson back deep. Goes over Robert Johnson's head. Ball is going to go into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Ball will come to the 20. So now the Vikings will have to answer. 2 minutes and 57 seconds left. And Coffee County still leads Northside 14-6. Mary Persons has won at West Lawrence. They now have the region lead. 28-9. That one is over. So here come the Vikings. Cox in a shotgun. Is that Range or Johnson? It's Johnson back there. Going to throw it out in the flat, and it's going to be short. Tried to get it out. I believe that's to Blaine Kaiser out there. Or it could have been Harry Alls. We'll wait and see till he turns his number. And I believe, or is that Robert? No, that wasn't Robert. Yeah, that was Harry Alls he was trying to go to. And he turned around, took forever. All right, 2nd and 10, 4:25 to go. They'll bring Alls in a slot to this side. Gordon will go wide. Titus Moore will go to that far side. Now they'll split out Blaine Kaiser, and they'll go splits on either side. Single setback will be Robert Johnson. They'll feed it to him on a slow developing play, and he ain't going very far, and he's going to the line of scrimmage and get thrown back 5, and it'll be a 3rd down and 10 from the 20. So a big 3rd down now coming for the Vikings. In this storied rivalry, there's been some fantastic football games between these two. 3:59, 3:58. 3rd and 10 coming. Greg Moore will send his play in from the sideline. Maurice Gordon this near side. Harry Alls will be the slot. Titus Moore to the other side with Blaine Kaiser. Single setback will be Robert Johnson. Cox in a gun. Take it. Gonna look. Got a wide open Blaine Kaiser on the 40-yard line. They missed him. They didn't cover him, and he couldn't grab it. Ball's incomplete. Now, let's see. We got a flag in here? No. 4th down and 10. Three minutes and 32 seconds. Man, Blaine Kaiser ran a route, and actually Cox just was a little short on the throw. He had to turn around and kind of come back to it and just never quite got it there. And the kick is going to be taken along the 50-yard line and brought into Vikings territory. And let's see where they mark him down. And let's see, where are they marking it? Are they going to mark it on the 46? Can't tell. Now the 49. Going to go back and look at that throw to Blaine Kaiser. Hard to do without a moose. Take a look at that play again here. Tattnall coming up to the line. Ball on the 47 is where they'll finally mark it at. Miles Morris will go under center. And they're going to take and give it to Marshall. And Marshall's going to go from the 47 to the 44, pick up of maybe the 43, pick up 4 yards. And Coffey, 14-12 with 7:30 to go. 1 minute to go. North side has scored 14-12. That means they're going for 2 to try to tie it up. So a barn burner down in Coffee County. North side, been in a couple of those. They went to one with Lee County. Take and going to leave it with the fullback inside. And, man, he got smacked and smacked hard. That time, number 67, and that was Seth Wilson. And he lowered the boom right along the line of scrimmage on Vining. Or was that? Yeah, that was Vining in there. Two minutes and 16 seconds to go, and the clock runs quickly towards 2 minutes. 3rd down, and this is a long 6 here. Landon Jones will be split to the far side. Bring Destin Mack in motion. He'll get on that corner. He'll break one tackle. No, he won't. And they grab him down by the arm. And it's going to go down. And let's see, did he put the ball on the ground? And let's see. And it is. And Destin Mack has put the ball on the ground. And the Trojans are going to give the ball up. And the Vikings are going to get a turnover. First down and 10. On a 3rd down play, they knocked the ball out. So Tattnall has turned it over on what could have been a game-winning drive. Now FPD and Dalton Cox come up to the line. 1:51 to go in this one. Cox out of a shotgun. Going to leave it with Robert Johnson. He's going to break through and get 6 big yards up to the 48-yard line, maybe the 49. 2-point conversion is failed. Coffee County leads it 14-12 with less than a minute to go in this one. So you can bet the onside kick is coming in that one. Jones County was up big. Peach County was up big. We'll try to get you an update. Stratford's got to be over. They led 27-7. Haven't heard anything on Mount DeSales yet. Snap. Cox got time. Tried to go to his man down there, Titus Moore, and broken up on a big hit. And that was Destin Mack that got him. Big defensive play by Destin Mack that time for the Trojans. We'll look at it again. Titus had to go up a little bit to get that play and had it in his hands momentarily before Destin Mack made the big hit. Second down, third down, and 4. Look, going to throw it out, and it's going to be knocked away. Tried to go in the flat. Number 65 got it, and that was Peyton Brady. Mount DeSales has beaten Twiggs County 31-0. So a 4th down and 4 coming for the Vikings. What will they do here? 1 minute and 10 seconds to go. I don't know what you do here. Do you risk turning the ball over at your 48, 49 at midfield and giving Tattnall 70 seconds, 60 seconds to go? Well, I guess Greg Moore has made the decision. He better hurry. He don't want to get a delay here. This took a while to get the play in. And Greg Moore is going to call a timeout and talk about it. We'll step away and do the same thing. 70 seconds to go in the 4th. 35 all. It's the Stoner's Pizza Gridiron Game of the Week on DSBN. We'll be back.
I've always wanted this. You have too.
It's waiting to be unleashed.
It's in all of us. You just have to find it. Greatness. It's where your dreams and passions become a reality.
Greatness is where your hard work and dedication pay off.
Greatness. It's shaking hands with your future. Middle Georgia State University. Find your greatness.
Welcome back to Jack Baines. Are you kidding me? 4th and 4, 35-0, 70 seconds to go. Ball is on FPD's 48.5, 49-yard line. They've got to get to inside the 47 of Tattnall to pick up a new set of downs. This is huge. Both sides stand up and yell at their teams. Huge 4th down. Cox got time. They come on him. He completed it to Harry Alts. He goes inside the 35 to the 33-yard line, and they pick up a new set of downs to keep the drive alive. Down to the 34 of the Trojans. He got pressure coming to him, but it wasn't enough. 63 seconds to go. Titus Moore goes far to the other side. Let's see. We got a timeout. What's the deal? We good to go here? Yep. I think somebody had to tie a shoelace. And that's exactly what happened. Harry Alds with a huge catch. Dalton Cox felt the pressure and got it on the money. Cox going to give it to Robert Johnson. He's going to step in and he broke away. 25-20. He's going to get to the 16, maybe the 17-yard line. Inside the 20. 50 seconds stops the clock. Ball on the 17-yard line. Tattnall cheers. FPD fans cheer. Dalton Cox in a shotgun. 1st down and 10. Gonna look. Gonna throw a fade in the end zone. Titus Moore couldn't run into it. Almost. 33 seconds. I got another shot at it. 2nd and 10. Ball's going to be on the 17.5, 18-yard line. Dalton Cox will get his play from Greg Moore. Hang on. Titus Moore to the far side. Kaiser in a slot. All's in a slot to this side, Maurice Gordon. Marshall will have him single coverage. Cox going to give it to Robert Johnson. He's going to get outside. He's going to get to the 12-yard line, maybe the 11. 26 seconds. 23. Is Andre Parrish going to line it up? And Greg Moore's going to take a timeout here with 16 seconds to go. Timeout will take it with him. 35 ball. FPD knocking on the door. We'll be back.
Planning on a holiday party with friends, family, or coworkers? Texas Border Grill's private banquet room offers seating from 5 to 55. Lunch to dinner 7 days a week. Featuring an amazing menu with aged beef, seafood, and so many other signature dishes. Texas Border Grill.
Welcome back to Jack Baines. Well, you better hold your breath now. 16 seconds to go, 3rd down and 5. Ball rests on the 12-yard line. You got to think FPD's going to take a shot here and then try to kick it. It would be about a 29-yard kick if they don't score right here. Dalton Cox in a shotgun. 16 seconds to go. Gonna get it to the middle of the field. Robert Johnson broke away, got to the 3, got to the 2, got to the 1. Stops the clock with 10 seconds left. Ball is gonna be on the 1-yard line. Robert Johnson with the biggest run of the night, biggest run of the year. Make it the 1, maybe the 1.5. 9 seconds. Clock's going to roll. 6, 5, and I don't know why FPD didn't take a timeout. Now they got to kick it. Timeout, FPD. They stopped Tattnall on a 3rd down. Tattnall put the ball on the ground. FPD got a big strip, and they mounted this drive now. They got it with 1:09 to go, and they're going to make them pay for it here. Timeout, FPD. We got 4 seconds on the clock. We ain't going nowhere. We're going to stick it right here. And let's see if we got any more scores for you. I think my vocal cords are going to need a rest tomorrow. Mary Persons 28, West Lawrence 9. Ball at the 2-yard line. They're going to go ahead and kick it. 4 seconds to go. Biggest kick of the year for Andre Parrish. He's going to have a chip shot from the 9-yard line. It'll be 19 yards. Let's see if we got a timeout by Tattnall, and I think we do. Yep, timeout Tattnall. Let's take 30 seconds and come back.
What a pizza pie. Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Stoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You'll immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily. Use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Stoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh every day. Combine all that on the crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites you'll say, "Oh my, what a pizza pie!" Stoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
Welcome back to Jack Baines. Well, here we go. It'll be 19 yards with 4 ticks left. 35 all. Andre Parrish for the win here. And Tattnall will use their last timeout and they'll ice him again. Let's try to see what we can get you in updates, and we're going to stay right here this time. If I'm reading this right, Peach County has won tonight over Kendrick 82-0. $82-0. Wow. Dublin and Northeast are knotted up in the fourth, 14-all. We'll try to get that West Side final for you as well, too. Northside was on the road to Coffee County, scored with a minute to go, down 14-12, went for two, did not get it. Stratford was up big early, that we hadn't had anything on that. Mountain Sales was up on Twigs as well, too. All right, here we go. Andre Parrish. Got to kick it here for the win. Snap is a little high, and they're going to get a sack. They're going to get a sack. He couldn't get it off. Tattnall has stopped him. Tattnall has stopped him. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Holy smokes. Man, oh man. The snap was a little on the inside of the holder. He couldn't get it down. Tattnall shot two men through. He tried to pick it up and run with it, and he couldn't. And the clock goes to 0, and we go to overtime. 30-second timeouts. Stoner's Pizza Gridiron Game of the Week on ESPN Sports. We'll be back.
Robbins. Oh my, what a pizza pie. Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Stoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You'll immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily. Use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Stoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh every day. Combine all that on the crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie. Stoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
Planning on a holiday party with friends, family, or coworkers? Texas Border Grill's private banquet room offers seating from 5 to 55. Lunch to dinner 7 days a week. Featuring an amazing menu with aged beef, seafood, and so many other signature dishes. Texas Border Grill.
Man, you talk about good. This one is. Let's go back and look at a replay on this field goal to win it with 4 seconds to go. Tattnall had scored a call 2 timeouts in a row, and Andre Parrish lined up to kick it again. So here we go. The snap was just dropped by the holder. Tattnall got a man that flew in there and got him, but he just simply dropped it on the ground. The holder got a little high on the inside of him, and he couldn't hang on to it. Man, 35 all. You don't think folks will go back and watch this archive? Holy smokes. After it's over, don't forget, just go to DSBNsports.com. You can watch it all again. You can go to our YouTube app, go to the game, put it on the big screen, and live every exciting moment of it all over again. And this is what a rivalry is all about right here, folks. We'll recap the scoring while the coaches meet at midfield to discuss the overtime rules. We got free football at Jack Baines Field. FPD got on the ball board first with 3:20 to go in the first. It was a 79-yard touchdown pass from Dalton Cox to Titus Moore. The extra point was good by Parrish, and the Vikings led it 7-0. Then with 14 seconds to go in the first, a 1-yard run from Miles Morris put the Trojans on the board, and that made it 7-all. Then with 6:26 to go, FPD drove the ball again. It was a 2-yard touchdown plunge by Dalton Cox. Extra point by Parrish was once again good, 14-7. Then Wes Allen got 6-yard run with 1:58 to go in the half. Extra point by Bryce Pruitt was good, and we were knotted up at 14 apiece, and that's where we stayed at halftime. And let's see who's going to get the ball first. We look out here and see. And, okay, Tattnall's going to have it first, and they're going to go toward the scoreboard here. Into third with 11:43 to go. This kick off the second half, 87-yard kickoff return to start the second half by Titus Moore. Extra point was good, and we were tied at 21 apiece. Then at 7:40 mark, Jamal Marshall got a 40-yard run to make it 28-21 Tattnall. Then 3:25 to go. It was a 13-yard touchdown pass from Cox to Harry Alds, and it was tied up at 28 apiece. 10:45 to go in the fourth. Chandler Cox hit hit Gordon on a 41-yard touchdown pass. Extra point was good. It was 35-28. And then Destin 11 yards out, and F. Holder foot piece. So first down and 10, they'll get the possession to start with. Take and leave it inside with Wes Allen. He'll get to about the 12. Pick up a 3 on the play. Bring up second down and about 7 on the play. Tattnall will get first shot at it, and then FPD will get theirs. In at fullback, George Bining. He's had several good runs. Under center. Destin Mack will go in motion. They'll cut it back inside with him. He'll get to the 10, and that's about as far as he'll get before he's cut down. And off the bottom of that pile come number 33 is one of them for the Vikings, Ryan Jones. Ryan's had a good night here tonight. So third down and 5 here, and this is a big third down. Bryce Pruitt comes split to this far side. They ain't throwing it, I can tell you right now they ain't. Or could they? On a 3rd and 5 in overtime. Morris under center. Going to take and going to give it to Marshall. Marshall's not going to get there. He's going to be spun down at the 7-yard line. And now a big decision to make by the Tattnall Square Academy Trojans. And they are going to kick a field goal here. 4th down, ball at the 7. Had to get to a 5 to keep the drive alive in overtime. And Bryce Pruitt is going to set that tee down on the 16-yard line. It's going to be 26 yards. And they're going to take Jamal Marshall out, and B.J. Spears is going to come in. Snap, touch. And they're going to fake it. And Tattnall's going to lose the ball on the ground, and they're going to turn it over on a fake. They tried to go with a fake, and it bit them. FPD was in there, and in there awful quick. Man, you talk about, holy smoke, special teams. Let's look at it again. And they took Marshall out and brought in Spears, and I think the play got confused, and they ran the fake to the loaded side of the field. That was bad. They should have called timeout before they landed that up. FPD had it perfectly played, and they tried to run it to the overloaded side of the defense, so wasn't a smart design play. So now the Vikings have got a chance to win it here. Ball on the 15. Go to Robert Johnson, and he's going to go to the 10. He's going to go to the 5, and it's going to be 1st and goal. Ball at the 4-yard line. Just inside the 5. And can the Vikings redeem themselves? Had a shot to win it. We go to overtime. Tattnall could not score. And now it's 1st and goal at the 5. Vikings trying to win it right here. Under center will go Cox. Take. Going to give it to Robert Johnson. He's going to bounce outside. He's going to get to the 5. He's going to get to the 1. He's going to be short of the goal line, though, at the 1-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd and 1. And we have a player down on the field for Tattnall. Let's see who that is. And we'll see when he rolls over here who that is. And that's Jamal Marshall, I believe. No, that's Destin Mack. And he's going to get up and shake it off. And the ref's going to make him come off. Second and goal from the 2. In overtime. Well, let's see. We get a timeout. And we have a timeout, Tattnall. 30 seconds. We'll take it with them. Stoners feature Gridiron Game of the Week. We're in overtime. 2nd and goal from the 2 for FPD when we come back. We'll be right back. Join us Monday night, October the 23rd at the Methodist Children's Home on Pierce Avenue as once again the Make a Touchdown Club continues its 72nd season. We'll have dinner starting at 6:30 with our program soon to follow. This week's special guest speaker will be former Alabama Crimson Tide quarterback Brody Kroll. We'll shine a spotlight on our local high school of the week and present our back, lineman, and special teams trophies of the week. Once again, that's Monday night, October the 23rd, and we'll be joined by Alabama quarterback Brody Kroll. For more information, log on to makingtouchdownclub.com. Well, it's been a wild and woolly shootout at Jack Maines Field. And now 2nd and goal from about the 1-yard line as FPD comes back out. Tattnall tried a fake field goal on their possession on 4th down from the 7. The Vikings stuffed it. And now the Vikings could win it right here. 2nd and goal. They got 3 shots at it. Ball inside the 2-yard line. We'll call it 1.5, and that's stretching it. Dalton Cox is going to run it in there, and Dalton Cox is going to score, and the Vikings are going to win it in overtime. So Dalton Cox is going to win it in overtime for the Vikings by a score of 41-35. We'll take a timeout as they celebrate from FPD across the way. And we'll wrap it up after this. Back.
Oh my, what a pizza pie. Take one bite and you'll say it too. In fact, take one bite of anything they cook at Stoner's Pizza Joint and they've got you. You'll immediately taste the difference because they make their dough daily. Use only the finest cheese and top quality meats. Stoner's even cuts their vegetables fresh every day. Combine all that on the crisp crust taste of a stone oven, and in between bites you'll say, oh my, what a pizza pie. Stoner's Pizza Joint, Forsyth Road, Macon, and Houston Lake Road, Warner Robins.
And welcome back to Jack Maines Field as the two teams meet in the middle. It has been a fantastic football game. Well, we recap the scoring. FPD got on the board first in the first period on a 79-yard Dalton Cox to Titus Moore. They led it 7-0. Tattnall answered back with 14 seconds to go in the first, and it was knotted up at 7 apiece. Then a 2-yard run by Dalton Cox made it 14-7, and with 1:58 to go, Wes Allen pushed him over and made it 14-all. Started the second half with a bolt of lightning. It was Titus Moore. He took it 87 yards on the opening kickoff, and FPD went up 21-14. Then it was a 40-yard run by Jamal Marshall for Tattnall. Extra point was good, and we were tied at 21 apiece. Then it was a 13-yard pass from Dalton Cox to Harry Alds. That put the Vikings up 28-all. And then Cox hit Gordon again, led it 35-28. Tattnall answered back with an 11-yard run with 4:29 to go in the fourth and tied it up at 35 apiece. Tattnall drove it with less than 2 minutes to go to the FPD 33-yard line. And on 3rd down and 5, Tattnall had the ball stripped by a beautiful play on the sideline by FPD. FPD drove it down to the 9-yard line. 4 seconds to go. The kicker, Andre Parrish, lined up twice to kick it. Twice the coaching staff of Tattnall called a timeout. On the 3rd try, they snapped it. It went through the holder's hand. We went to overtime. FPD Tattnall got the ball first in overtime at the 15-yard line, was able to move it to the 7. And on 4th down and a long 2, they brought in Pruitt for a field goal to try to take the lead. But they did a design fake, and it did not work. FPD stuffed it, and FPD, the Vikings, got it. And on about the 4th play of overtime, on a 2nd down and goal from 1, Dalton Cox snuck it in, and FPD has won it here tonight by a score of 41-35. Well, it doesn't get any better than that, and you can have the opportunity right now to go back and watch it all over again. Don't forget to like us on Facebook at DSBN Sports. Go to our webpage, dsbnsports.com. And go to the YouTube archives. Once you go to dsbnsports.com, you'll see the game archives at the top. Once we finish out, we'll be have it archived up here in just a matter of minutes. Once again, our final from Jack Baines Field, Tattnall and FPD. FPD wins it in overtime, 41-35. I want to remind you once again, want to thank all of our sponsors, of course. Stoner's Pizza, you park them, you sell them. Kudzu Seafood, Apparel Authority, Bill Harden Music, Pawn Max Incorporated, Texas Border Grill, Middle Georgia State University, BT Media Productions, btmediapro.com, and the Macon Touchdown Club. Monday night, we'll kick it off at 6:30 at the Methodist Children's Home on Pierce Avenue. Our special guest speaker will be former Alabama Crimson Tide quarterback Brody Kroll, and he will come in and talk to us about his experience in football and the Big Oak Ranch that he runs now, which is a wonderful organization. So we'll kick it off at 6:30. Don't forget, we'll have a Spotlight High School, and we're naming our back lineman and special teams player of the week. Thursday night, we'll be back at Stoner's Pizza on Forsyth Road. You bet it's the world's largest outdoor cocktail party. It's Georgia, Florida. This coming Thursday night, that's what we'll talk about as we get ready for the Gators and the Dogs down in Jacksonville on Saturday. 41-35, FPD wins it in dramatic fashion in overtime. That's going to do it from Jack Baines Field. We'll see you Thursday night, everybody. Our time is up. We thank you for yours.